I'm like Bruce Lee. When I enter the training, girl, I'm like 10-9. When I enter listen, I'm like Spike Lee, cause I do the right thing. Well, I'm like G, cause I'm yang. I am just like Malcolm, get it by any means. I am just like Martin Luther, even though I'm a king. I am Huey P. Newton. I'm back, I know I got the power. I am Hannibal Lecter. All these beats I empower. I am Wiz Khalifa. I'm smoking back to back. I am just like you. I can get into the bag. I am just like me. I feel like ain't nobody better. I am just like Wayne. What you know about what I'm gonna you and me ain't not the same chick. Bloodline, I ain't I'm okay. Yeah, jumping legend. Guy right now. Feel my legend, I'm a legend. You and me ain't not the same chick. Bloodline, I ain't I'm okay. Yeah, jumping legend. Guy right now. Feel my legend. Yeah, I'm a legend. Yeah, I'm a professional. How you gon' keep it? You see me, I'm a legend. I'm worried about the killers. I'm worried about the hitters. I'm worried about money. And how you gon' keep it? I'm rich. I'm bullet in bags. I'm just what hard. I'm known as bags. I crash the beats. I stuff the streets. I'm just like August. I'm known for heat. I shout the pot. I'm just the salt. The keys to the west. I'm love to take off. Squad team. We all go off. When I'm talking fish. And I'm always gonna run with that. You and me ain't not the same chick. Bloodline, I ain't I'm okay. Yeah, jumping legend. Guy right now. Believe my legend, I'm a legend. You and me ain't not the same chick. Bloodline, I ain't I'm okay. Yeah, jumping legend. Guy right now. Believe my legend, I'm a bloodline. From the sun, I'm fully melanated. Black powder, rich to the sky. Fully activated, captivate the mass when I speak. Every head bound indigenous, more of a king, a precious man child, Blackfoot, color of copper. I came from the dirt, legendary, mind in the sky, my body's mother earth. Walked through the valley of death and came out of cave. So some dang cut from my cloth. I saw so many dreams. I'm in the deal with the lions. Now they call me Daniel. I was sick as a dancer. I was up as a pharaoh. The love was with my folk, I'm dying on the camel. Zulu warrior, boy, narrow eyes on his blood. You and me ain't not the same chick. Bloodline, I ain't I'm okay. Yeah, jumping legend. Guy right now. Believe my legend, I'm a legend. You and me ain't not the same chick. Bloodline, I ain't I'm okay. Yeah, jumping legend. Guy right now. Believe my legend, I'm a legend. Oh, yes, sir. Hey, let her call my phone, though. Oh, my God. Yes, he's going to pull up to the door. She don't put so what you go into the store. They get on she know I hear the phone, she say it's home for the night. This girl calls me at night, she know what's wrong, but it's right. Cause I love the way she on while she hold I'm right. She the type to walk down while they go on the right. She the type to hold you down in the loneliest nights. I have a bag in a minute, so now she out. But I know that she won't, if I don't get that shit, she's gonna hold me out and let me get I'm asking questions like, and I'm awesome. Say, what you mean? Can you call me the phone? I'll take it back over the 49. I remember last time when they come, but this time I'm gonna be a different run. I told you I'll play games. I heard your necklace was fire. Can't get bad if I don't want to say name. And that night you was stuck with me. I just fell asleep if I talk to you. The phone and shit was so I fell asleep. You know now. I hate to see you. I'm sure you make my teeth. But that's for our time. It's play on. Everything that she play on. How you just play on. Just you. Play on. You just you. Always be a franchise player. A franchise player for life. So right, I'm too much for one night. That's what it likes. This one I see. My body give it right. I don't want nobody else's you. Forever you. We get my baby. Girl, it's only me. Hey, what's up, dude? So it's all right about what it's this is up where they started over to be the first international station. So Hispanic and African outlet. So they did these three room right here. And we broadcast out of.
That's much nicer. Much nicer.
Yeah, man. That you have a seat. Put this table on. Let's get this table over real quick. Straight, use the restroom or anything? You good to go?
I'm sorry, what was that?
So you use the restroom or anything? Black seat.
Is there something particular we were talking about?
I meant to talk about the commission.
You want to talk about the commission?
Commission, whatever else you want to talk about. The city council race, what do you want to talk about? Whatever, because you've been covering city council.
So is theirs going to be over there? Or
Over
You're
here.
gonna use
Yeah,
this?
all three. So,
Oh, okay. You guys are doing
but mainly these two for now, for sure.
Uh-huh.
You have a seat.
Okay. Look at my radio station.
Yeah, getting there.
Instead of whatever.
It's getting there for sure. Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. Oh yeah. All right, Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. Today is Black Friday. We are intentional here at 95.7 Balls. Oh yeah, we're purposeful. We're not waiting on no one to educate us. I come from a mom and dad couldn't read and write, so if she would have waited on anyone, I don't know where I would have been. Oh yeah, she was my first hype woman. She was like Flavor Flav of the Public Enemy. If I didn't know the word, my nickname was Man. But if I didn't know a word, she'll say, "Boy, why am I sending you to school?" Well, I didn't like being called a boy. I didn't like being a boy, so I had to learn those words and come back to my mama and express to her that I was learned. And so she wanted to make sure that I didn't go through what she went through, picking cotton, and the harshest racism on recorded history, Mississippi. Southern Mississippi, that's where she grew up, where they had the trial for Emmett Till. Oh yeah, you see what they did to Emmett Till. And so I remind y'all, because my mama reminded me, it's so important that we support each other, because she survived off her neighbors, but she couldn't read and write. So shouts out to Greater New Hope Baptist Church, the families on Hamilton, the families on Ohio Street. Oh yeah, the families on 31st Street and Hamilton. Oh yeah, Lake Street, the projects. Shouts out to, Larry Food Station for giving us credit when my mama didn't have enough money to feed us. So you see, this is where I come from. Oh yeah, I can't go back to something else. So that's why we call it Black Friday, because I know for a fact we supported the Black diaspora, because who else is going to support us? And so if you're for the Black diaspora, our responsibility to support each other in business. We got people in our own families that you haven't supported yet. Support them today. Support them today. So if y'all ain't got shea butter, I got $20 for it. I know I got somebody produces shea butters. The Black women they're doing their thing. So, and if you are neighbors, we spend money with you every day. Our Caucasian, our Asian, our Arab, our Hispanic, our Native American, we spend money with y'all every day. Just want to reciprocate. Spend some money with us. Right. We're unapologetic, and this was kind of this is how my mama raised me, baby. We ain't scared over here, without a doubt. We got a young lady in the house, and she's the same way. She ain't scared either.
Thank you.
She ain't scared either. See, I like non-scared people, and she like me. She don't care. She like to be unliked. Because when you come in positive, when you come in with the truth, people ain't gonna like you. No. Because they with the devil. Oh yeah, they with the devil. We calling out the devil this year, flee devil. 95% of the boss we got. How these stars are. They get their noun, verbs, adjectives, prepositional phrases, all yes, and predicates to introduce themselves. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. We'll get right into the dialogue. So how you doing today, Mademoiselle?
Well, thank you very much for having me on your show today, William. I appreciate that. And I really respect you for what you always say about your mother. And it was just recently I saw that Denzel Washington had said the same thing, that a son is a mother's first love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if it's the oldest, it's really. And I think, for you to say those things about your mother, you don't hide behind the fact that, well, she couldn't read or she couldn't write. You take that as that may have been a weak for some, but for her it was strength, because she wanted to make sure her children didn't have to experience the same thing, and you give her credit for that. You may say, you know, she could not read or write, but then that but comes in there.
Mhm.
But this is what she did. This
Oh,
is
yeah,
what
I
she
got it.
made. So I really respect for giving that kudos out to your mother. And for those that don't know me, Cheryl Weston with Conversations with Cheryl Weston on YouTube, and also been a longtime advocate for North Omaha. That's where I live. I have people say, where, when I say, you know, where I live, it's like, you live there, down there? I choose to live where I live.
Yep.
And the reason is because I take that as my community, my heart, my family. And so I just try to be that. I don't call myself a leader. I call myself just what I am, and I'm not afraid to say it. And but I will say, you know, if I say something that's not true, bring it to me. And if I'm grown enough to apologize
Yep.
for if it's not true. But you know, again, I thank you for this opportunity. So let's get it on. What we gonna talk about this morning?
Well, you know, you've been you kind of like, I remember, I don't know if a lot of people remember this. It's an old like that Brother Brown used to go to all the city council meetings, and he used to just make sure he was a thorn in their side to make sure they have equity and fairness and whatever else. And you kind of like taking that role to make sure that they are fair and just and looking out for all the districts, not just 6 districts,
Right.
but all 7 of them.
You know, I say that when I go to some of the city council meetings, when is that, you know, you were elected by a district, and that all came about. It was to give North Omaha an opportunity because the district, there used to be elections at large, and that was one of Senator Chambers' things that he was able to get through, is to make them districts so that we would have an opportunity to be able to have someone elected from our area to represent us.
Right.
But I always try to explain to people, it's one person, you're one vote, but you're a vote for the whole city too.
Right. Yep.
And every time when I get up there or something to say, lately I've spoke a couple of past weeks about the affordable housing. And so some people will say to me like, well, sure, why didn't you even go down there? And I'm like, you don't understand.
Right.
The reason why I go is so that we get it on the record.
Right.
We have a right, folks. You have a right to go before the city council and speak your piece. Whether, you know, there's times that I'll say, hey, I know what way you're going to vote, but that's okay. But at least now I have it before the public and other people who might not have that opportunity to know, you know, what's going on at the city council meeting. And so I believe it's really important. And I believe that the local elections, we need to get out and vote. North Omaha has the worst voting record, the lowest participation. The only time we had a really high participation was the first time, because we didn't do it the second time, the first time that Obama ran and Clinton. Those were the ones when there was the highest turnout from North Omaha.
Wow.
District 2.
We're gonna take a quick break. I forgot my man Phil Rooney's gonna call in just to give us an update just on the health side. And then we're gonna start back in with Miss Weston. What's up, Brother Phil?
Well, we're just going to check in with the communicable diseases here today, make sure that we know what's going on with that. And also a reminder on food permits.
Okay.
Well, our latest report on COVID-19 during the past week, 123 confirmed cases. That's people who went to providers, doesn't include home tests. That's down 2 from the previous week, so there's really no change there. 186,547 cases since 2020 the pandemic got here. So it is still spreading, and we would encourage people to talk to their providers about whether or not they should get the shot, get the COVID-19 vaccine. Talk to somebody you trust on that. We had 78 COVID-19 related deaths from last year. We've had 3 so far this year. Our total is now 1,472 COVID-19 related deaths. So still something to take seriously. We know we're near the peak of the pandemic, but we're up considerably from where we were a couple of months ago. Of course, because it's weather, people are indoors, basketball games, other sorts of family gatherings. like Super Bowl parties, which are a great opportunity to spread a communicable disease. So,
Right.
so if you go to a Super Bowl party this weekend, somebody's coughing, like that.
Right.
You're not the person you want to sit next to. And of course, as we do every week, they hope if you're sick and wash your hands, people. Please. Flu season is really hard. We have a high level of flu activity. I'm going to be getting some updated numbers later on, but the last week for which we had reports was 860 cases. That is, of course, again, only people who've gone to a provider and been tested. Doesn't include folks who wake up, got a fever, nausea, body ache, because they got the flu, go back to bed, take fluids and something to relieve the pain.
Mm-hmm.
So we are, flu season is really high rate. It'll probably go on through April, probably not at this level, but the flu will remain in circulation, usually at least into April, the end of April. So it's still not too late to get a flu shot. They're available in a lot of places. I'll want to check with your provider on that too, but the flu vaccine has a history of being very successful in at least preventing the most severe cases of the disease. And it does take 2 weeks though for it to provide the protection.
Right.
So that's what I'm getting as soon as you can do that. Avian influenza, still more human cases of avian influenza in Nebraska, but something we're keeping an eye on along with the Department of Agriculture. It seems almost every day or the day.
Okay.
There's a new national news about it. There's a herd of cattle somewhere, like a bird somewhere, or just reaching out. So it's like any virus. It's out there and it's going to be changing, and we don't know what it will change into. The good thing is we do have familiarity with the flu, developing flu vaccines. So the people who do that are staying on top of that.
All right. Hey, I got a couple of questions. When did they have the? How did chickens get the flu? Did they have chickens back down south? Did they get the flu, or is it because we manufacturing it all in one place?
Now, pigs and birds have always been kind of the reservoir for flu to develop from, and I'm not sure exactly how it gets to them, but those are generally the animals from which those things develop, and then they lead people from there. So bird flu is not uncommon.
Okay. Okay.
Among birds. Sometimes it's not uncommon just among birds. Including, people are around birds like that.
Okay. All right.
If you're a farmer or somebody who's raising poultry, you're going to be very closely exposed to those animals, and pigs the same way. So,
okay.
It will start in areas where people are more around animals. But, there are people that have backyard flocks of birds in the city. And then you have the wild birds that can fly over them, and they're dropping right in the middle of a chicken pen in the backyard, and the next thing you know, those birds have it. So.
Okay.
RSV, remember we talked about that?
Mm-hmm.
That's still circulating at a pretty high rate. Last report we had 165 cases. A little while that's up or down, but that's something if you're like over 65, you want to talk to your doctor about if it's right for you.
Okay.
And actually, nutrition if you have little kids about getting them protected as well. One of the best ways to protect them is by the adults around them, making sure that RSV.
Okay.
Whooping cough. We had 194 cases. We had 10 cases last I saw so far. 10 cases up from the previous year. We'll be up from previous year's totals. So that's something that is very hard on kids and the elderly. And you might want to get your Tdap protection from other things. Well, again, talk to your trusted provider and find out about that. Now, something not related to communicable diseases is retail food outlets do have to renew their permits. They should have been renewed by the first of the year. They have not. But those that remain unpaid are now considered delinquent, and businesses will be at risk of closure beginning of February 18th. So we're still giving people time to come in. They'll have to pay a late fee. They would not have to pay the reopening fee.
Okay.
So, and
Okay, cool. And these like all the restaurants and food trucks, people that's in the food industry.
Seasonal food trucks do not have to pay theirs until they go out to start serving food.
Okay.
But all the restaurants, they're around 3,000. That includes schools, daycares, convenience stores, sit-down restaurants, drive-through restaurants, everything like that.
Okay.
Most of the people have paid them, but it's one of the safety functions of the health department because there's a lot of ways in which food can go wrong. Like norovirus, people are talking about there being a lot of norovirus around. Most of those cases of norovirus are found from like potluck gatherings, home gatherings in homes where people bring food, somebody doesn't wash their hands right. Buffets are a place where you can pass that around. It only takes one person with, something on their hands to reach into that bowl of chips or whatever and start spreading the disease. So if you're going to be going to, if you're thinking of going to a family gathering this weekend or a Super Bowl party, be aware of that. Wash your hands, cover your cough. If you're sick, it's probably a good idea to stay home and not share your disease with everybody else. But there are going to be college basketball games this weekend and have a lot of people there. Just be aware of that.
All
It's not a bad idea to wear a mask, but that's your decision. Again, if you talk to your healthcare provider, see what they have to say. But I see a lot of people out there wearing masks, especially like working in retail where they're going to be exposed to a lot of folks. It's not a bad idea, but it is your choice. A lot of people seem to be considering.
right. Well, brother Phil, we appreciate you calling in today.
I appreciate the opportunity to do outreach to your audience. It's every chance we get, we want to talk to the people. And you have a great weekend. And who's your guest today?
Cheryl Weston.
Cheryl Weston. How you doing, Cheryl? Thank you
I'm doing pretty good, Phil. I haven't heard from you for a long time.
I've been around.
I know you have.
I've been around. Well, take care of yourselves. Have a good weekend. Who are you pulling for in the big game, Cheryl and William?
I'm not going to tell because I don't want to jinx them. I don't want to burn the bread, as my friend says.
Well, KC is my second home. I got the key to KC, so I'm pulling for KC.
Yeah. Should be a good game. It's going to be a tough game. And whoever makes the most mistakes, that's the one that's going to lose.
Yeah.
That's usually often the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big game tomorrow afternoon in Omaha, college basketball too. Marquette, Creighton.
Okay. All right. Well,
Creighton's next 3 games: Marquette, UConn, and St. John's.
wow.
Well, Phil, you didn't say who you were for.
Well, Creighton. Oh, you're talking about the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Yeah.
You got to go with the local guys, don't you?
Yeah. The radio. Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes I like Mahomes a lot.
Yeah. You gotta go with them until you beat them. You can't beat them, join them. So, all right, bro. Phil, I appreciate you, bro.
Okay, you guys take care.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
I'm gonna have to burst the blood type of man Phil really for the Dutch County Health Department. Keeping us informed on the health situation here in Dutch County, so we make the best decisions for our life. We'll get back to the conversation. Like a few weeks ago, they had a couple weeks ago they had a meeting for the African American.
Nebraska.
Yeah, Commission on African American
Affairs.
A lot of people don't know is that Helen Wakefield is the one that actually came with the legislation, and she gave it to Cyril Wayne. I know they give Wayne all the credit because he drafted it into a law, but no, Helen Wakefield came up with this idea because she participated in one in Chicago, and she drafted it, gave it to Wayne, and the rest is history. I was one of the original founders of that. Willie Hamilton, John Carter, who's kind of in hot water now. There's a couple other people that was original. Now we knew that we had to get, pushed in by the governor, so we knew that I didn't have a chance also. But she wanted to at least push our names up there first, since we were the original one that helped her draft it and helped her, craft it to move to Cyril Wayne. So I didn't get picked. John, I think Willie.
No, I don't think Willie.
I think Willie declined. I think he was offered. I think he was declined, or at least he had an interview. I didn't get an interview. And since the inception, they didn't pick Helen.
Nope.
And she the one that wrote it. And they mistreated her. The board, when she came back for an interview, there's black people on that board that mistreated her. I know some of y'all chumps.
Yeah. And they're still there. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They're creating the drama.
Right now. And then the last time I went to meet downtown one of the commissioners, like, she wanted to beat me up because I said that y'all terrible. And they are terrible. I wasn't lying. They were going after each other. They was arguing in front of us in a public meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that terrible? It's terrible. It's embarrassing. And I told them that y'all represent me. Y'all terrible. And I looked at one, and she was going to jump up and get me.
I remember that when they had that meeting downtown. I went to that one, and I was like, oh, I don't have energy or time to deal with this.
Oh man, they're terrible. And I hope y'all look it, because y'all are. And prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
You know,
and so I don't want them representing us. And I'm tired of those that appoint these people to. Some of these people that's on the current board haven't called me back. Mm-hmm. I gave them favors, they haven't called me back. Oh yeah, it's a matter of time. That's the reason why I won for city council, because I'm gonna be a stopper. Mm-hmm. If you don't like me, you sure ain't gonna like me then. So that's why I'm gonna win. And that's what motivates me. Y'all that's on that board, y'all motivate me to win.
Well,
you know what I mean, for real. And even some of our other hierarchy, mm-hmm. that was our previous leadership. None of them got along. No. Gray, Rogers, Chambers, mm-hmm. Who else is there? All of them wasn't talking to each other. Well, and that hurts our community also.
It does. And then you end up in situations, and we got to make sure they're clear, is just if you're talking about like the city council right now, that is the problem when you don't have someone who can have any conversations with the others that's meaningful, because, this ongoing personal, I've never seen so much personal in this. It's like, come on,
it's elementary around here. It's like adolescence, really.
Really, and they do that. But I want to get onto this bill and the reason why I did speak out at this last meeting. Okay. And if we want to go ahead to talk about
what bill are you talking about?
Regarding the Nebraska Commission.
Okay.
Because there is Senator Spivey mm-hmm. did write an amendment to try to correct some of the problems that are in it. Is that it's 69, and that's even talking about that. They are supposed to be involved in keeping up with the legislative bills that we should be made aware of as a community in order to get support.
Right.
Because that's what it takes, is numbers. Mm-hmm. And even if you go to Lincoln when they have the hearing on the bill, it doesn't matter, folks, whether you speak or not. It's the point that you're there.
Right.
That brings the attention of the other members when you're there. Yes, if you would like to speak, you can speak up and say something. If you'd like help in writing, we should be helping each other to write letters to it. But if you don't know about it, you can't say anything or do anything about it. And then they want to say, well, you didn't come down and do. Well, when do you know? When I got yesterday, and the meeting's tomorrow, and we do have to work.
Right.
But in this 69, her bill is, sure, I don't want to say something that I didn't. One of the things that she's trying to correct in it is the commission shall meet at least once every calendar quarter in the city with the largest African population.
Okay, makes sense.
Public notice must be required no later than 7 calendar days before that meeting. And this is good. January, April, July. But I wish that it could have amendment is that, and I don't care whether they alternate or they make them all, but why aren't you making these meetings? And this is what I said when they had their meeting at Metropolitan. Why have you got them from 10 to 2 or something in the morning? If you're supposed to, but that's a reason.
I know, because
they don't want people to know.
They call me last. They call me last. Mm-hmm. They call me Mr. King. Can you day before? Can you do this the day before? Mm-hmm. It's very unprofessional. And but they had the white media there.
Yeah.
They made sure they was up front, center, and all that stuff. And so we're not going to have that no more. We're not going to be the Rodney Dangerfields on radio. No, we're going to expose y'all for who you are, and for the senator to take her time out to micromanage how many Negroes on the board.
All of them.
All Negroes.
Mm-hmm.
Is it how many of them? 7 of them? 8?
9. Right now, there's.
Don't get mad because I call y'all Negro. It means
We know what that means.
the synonym is black, but I like calling them Negro because they.
Well, see, and there is a difference. I use that sometimes when I want to call because you're acting like a Negro.
Right.
You're not acting like that black. But the other thing that I think, William, is when they said, you're going to have these meetings. Okay, they need to have more of those meetings, alternate or have them all in the evening. And again, most people's going to say, well, we work in the evenings. Right. I understand that. You cannot please everyone.
Right.
But at least make an effort to show. There's no transparency in what they do. They do this purposely.
Right.
The other thing that on that her bill to help is that they're saying that I want to make sure. I was going to try to make sure I've read it correctly. Oh, you can be put off and she used the wrong word, vacant, but it's vacate. If you miss quarterly meetings, the officer or any member of the commission who without a valid excuse fails to attend quarterly or special meetings shall be, it says vacant, but it should be vacate.
Yeah.
That's the purpose of my point is you don't have any number.
Right.
So if you miss 1, do you miss 4?
Right.
What does it take?
Right.
And that's what you're trying to clear up. If you're trying to clear up the original, clear it up all the way.
Right.
The other thing is, here's legislative, and we talked about this, advocacy and policy impact, learning the commission's role in supporting or proposing legislation and policies for which the commission advocates, support, or implement. The impact of the African community in the process. This is where they need to be on it, not doing things like you said, wait till the day before and then say, can you do something?
Right.
If there's having a meeting in Lincoln, why don't we know what bills are being done that you're trying to support? And like here with us, they should be out on every single avenue of social media that people are in.
Sure, you're doing a job.
Well,
honestly, you're actually doing a job because you're reporting on what's happening with bills.
Oh, I do.
What's happening with legislation? This is supposed to be their job. It's supposed to be their job.
Well, and if I don't know whether you happen to watch it or not, then I think your show is on that time. But the other day they had Tim Clark was on First Sky.
Yeah, and I know Tim. Come on the big radio, baby.
There's my point.
Did they?
He was on there,
and I love the brothers. Did they?
No.
Did they ask them tough questions?
No, tough question because they tried to be nice and diplomatic and say, okay, how are you doing? And then he went off and so they used up most of his time talking about himself. I'm tired. I don't need to know about yourself. I want to know about this commission.
Yeah, right now.
And if people go back and listen, he slipped up because he said, well, we're going to get things going in the right direction and blah, 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 blah. And it's been about 4 months. Wait a minute. So you've been talking behind the scenes to the governor. You and Mr. Love have been talking this and getting your people in line to be on this board 4 months.
Yeah.
See, that's what we need to stop. It's all this secrecy and this little clique we got of Negroes making decisions for what's supposed to be. The other thing, let me say this, is...
You get me upset, Michelle. Y'all look at a Tell Truth Tuesday. I used to came up. I'm going to bring on Tell Truth Tuesday so we can drop names.
Is that when he said that, I'm like, wait a minute, 4 months? Here's the other thing. They put LaFleur, and I have nothing against, as I said, this isn't a personal thing.
Right.
It's personal about the community, yes,
right.
But it's not individuals.
Right.
How do you have a person that is from two people from the same organization be on a board? Miss LaFleur and Miss Crawford are both on the Malcolm X.
Right.
Crawford is on the board.
Mm-hmm.
LaFleur is the executive director, right?
Right.
What you've got is the employees who has to answer to her boss.
Right.
And if her boss is going to vote one way, do you think that employee is going to go another way?
You know what?
That should be a conflict of interest.
CW?
They should
Right,
not
right.
have two people on
Right.
from the same organization
Right.
be on that board.
Right.
And I'm letting you know, I hope that the Attorney General does investigate that. And the Nebraska Nebraska disclosure or whatever it is right now. I
Right.
apologize for not having that title correct, but that is got to be a conflict of interest. So if you want to do the right thing, you need to change that.
Right.
There
right.
should not be two people from the same nonprofit organization, one on the board and one is the employee.
Yeah, without doubt. It could lead to some conflict of interest, and we all know these individuals, and one individual haven't called me back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so and we ran Malcolm X radio station for the last couple of years, and I heard some evidence, y'all. I told y'all I'm from this community. Y'all can't hide nothing from me because I'm good people, and people that love me, they're gonna tell me. I got roaches on the wall, flies in the ceiling, and they come back and report to the brother.
One other thing about this that I really object to is because they are supposed to have legislative advocacy for us.
Uh-huh.
I went online because Tim Clark, who became let me put one more thing.
And I know how long Tim been commissioner, because when I saw it, it surprised
me. He was a
me.
commissioner right at the week or so ago.
Okay, so
but there was conversation going on behind.
Had to be.
And here's the other thing that's not in Senator Spivey's bill. There should be a community advisory group.
Mm-hmm.
That advisory group should be able to submit the names for board members to the governor. It should not be that board that makes a decision on what names go to the governor.
Right.
And that's how you, Mr. Love and Tim Clark, that's how you guys did this.
Okay,
and I'm calling you out on it because you know it's wrong.
Right. So
and you need to correct
So Preston Love is on the board too?
No, he was just involved in
the process
because he was trying to help
I'm going to start exposing Negroes. Okay, now I love my elder, but
yes, I do too. I respect that.
But when I went on stage for an award that we got a few years ago, President Love wouldn't shake my hand. Now I treat him with the utmost respect. I forget stuff like that on purpose because I work for God. But I'm letting you know he didn't shake my hand. Tell him. But I'm telling his daddy, because his daddy, when I was doing my show in Channel 22, his daddy used to call me and school me. So I know he got some good teaching. But oh man, I'm going to win this race. Oh, they gonna like calling me Councilman King. Y'all ain't gonna like it. Oh yeah, I got goosebumps. I got guys in the building. I'm gonna win this. Cheryl, you got me riled up today on this Black Friday.
You said it was Black Friday.
Yeah, because we got to support each other, the Black diaspora, and we got overseers that's not seeing for us.
Nope, they're not.
We got to let them know. We stepping on toes. I don't care if you're my so-called friend. My circle is going to get smaller in 2025. No jive in 2025, period. And if you don't like me, turn your back on me. Make it easy for me. See, I like to be unlike Miss Weston. Now, she's more beautiful than I am. So y'all not going to turn your back on her. But
well, it's not the point that if I'm liked, it's the point that I'm going to always try to be truthful and honest and try to be upfront and just. One of the things I want to bring up that I'm really upset about this is when I listen to him and talk about, going forward, and that's bad. No. If you're going to go forward from day one.
Right.
Not down the road. When I went online to look at the board, the laws that they are supporting, and here again, did they call you and say, "Hey, please get this out. We need support"?
They know who I am.
They call me and say, "Hey, here's the things. First Sky, here are the bills that we need support on." Mm-hmm. Now I pulled them up. They only got 4 out there. LB 487, addressing the legacy of redlining.
And that's and I'm part of that board. I'm on the board with Terry, and that's probably why that initiative is there.
Yeah, thank you. See, but
I know y'all ain't gonna like me. That's all right. Y'all don't have to vote for me if you don't like me, but I'm a truth teller. I'm a king. I'm like Miss Weston.
Yeah. And the redlining is important. Don't get me wrong.
It is.
But it's not as important as some of those other bills that really need, because if you look at LB 541 to protect the access to the ballot.
That's a waste of time too.
If that, well, not because
all black people have always had to have ID.
It's not ID this time. They took that. See, these are part of the bills. What this bill does, they want to remove the online registration process, requiring people, if you move, you got to take and go to the DMV during their hours, which are business hours where you are working. Right. So you say, well, that's not, yes, it is, because that change makes it harder for working class individuals and people of color. And that's what I keep on trying to preach is, if the ballot and the vote wasn't so important, why do you think they keep on putting all these laws in here to keep you? It's just another form of Jim Crow. Right. It's nothing. Right. This bill, now I could care diddly squat because they're going to do it. They tore up I think they dissolved it entirely, was the diversity at the university. Yeah, I don't. That's not nothing. That's waste. Waste of time. Call is 556, Protect Nebraska's Youth. This is very hard. They really need to be pushing a bill that would extend the prosecution of juveniles into courts and increase juvenile. Who do you think is going to be down there? Do you think you're going to have, hey, you got to bring it out. Who's going to fill up that? Our children. That's our children. Yeah. That's all the four bills. That's a waste of time. But what about the bill that is saying, did I bring that up? That's a waste of time. The bill that's to take and keep our kids, right now, kids that are in K through 12 can be suspended. Now, which kids do you see suspended? Well, it's where I got the statistics is proportionally black boys. Exactly. Yeah. So why aren't you talking about something like that? Why aren't you letting the people and the parents know that this needs to be? There should be no kindergarten or second grader being suspended from school. Right. And I have a problem with that these are not things that you should be addressing this, whether the universities have DEI. I could care. We got to start young. We got to start protecting our young boys, our young men. And so, I'm upset. I get riled up like you, but you said this was Black Friday. We could talk about anything. Yeah. This needs to stop. Without doubt. And we have to keep calling it out. In the friendship, if you don't want to be my friend because I'm telling the truth, that's okay. I'm good with that. That's fine. But I am not going to stop. And you know what this? Well, don't be so hard on us because it's in public. Nah. You created it. Yeah. Sorry, Mom. Right. I get that also. Don't go on the station, William. No, I'm telling you right now. Look in my eyes. Look in my eye. I told you there's no jive in 2025. My circle is going to get smaller because I'm going to be even more true teller. This is the 30th year of the Million Man March. My mama come from neology. She couldn't even read y'all children books, but she gave me the example of how we need to treat each other. And we're not going to allow it no more for overseers to come and take advantage. Where the $1.2 million at? Where's and I got a call from, and I'm letting everybody know because must try to call you and manipulate you because they know we have honor over here. So John Turner called me and all this manipulation and find out he lying. Find out he stole money from one of his clients. See, I'm a former probation officer. I'm not going to steal from a probationer. So we got to look at people that's representing us if they stole from people before. Are you a thief? Just like y'all did Dominique Morgan. Y'all gave him all this street sign and he ended up stealing. I told y'all who he was. He did the same thing. He stole. That's how he got to prison. And that's what he did. Taking money from people that's trying to get out of prison. Right. And y'all still got his street sign up there. Where's Joe Edmondson Street at? Right.
Where's Joe Edmondson Street at? Where's Eddie Skating Street at? I'm tired of y'all handkerchief, junkie leg Negroes, and I'm going to call you like it is. And I'm going to win the race. Y'all got me fired up. I love competition. Y'all got me fired up. So you let them know if I win, it's the buck stops at me. And I'm not a sellout because me, health is wealth. And I know that I get it from God, baby. So Miss Weston, so when I win, you're an officer.
Let me ask you about. Well, can we do two things, and then I want to talk to you about.
You do what you want to do. You do what you want to do, Miss Weston.
All right, now I know this is coming up, and this is going to teach some people off, and
that's okay. Miss Weston, we're gonna have you come back.
Statement of North Omaha Transformation 2030. Now, this is the 18th year.
I have never been invited to one. I mean, I've never been on the cover, and I'm only,
Well, here's my point. 18 years you guys been doing this.
Right.
Take a look and run down 24th Street. Ride down 24th Street. And you go. When you get to South 24th Street, it's like, well, damn, did I turn and go into a different area or something?
Right.
Business is up and down the street line.
Right.
And guess what? It ain't been in just 18 years. They've redone this.
Right.
Here, these people are talking about the same stuff over and over. Build wealth, build community. This is going to be Saturday North. I haven't made up my mind whether I'm going to go or not. I didn't go to the other one. I went a couple times and I'm like, why am I spending this time going to something that's going on? And when you have the audacity to say, North Omaha, state of North Omaha's transformation plan for 5 years down the road, 2030. What about right now? Yeah. What about the money that's coming in here? Right. Look at the block grant money that was spent on North 24th Street. Go down there and see. You look at the, used to be called the Carnation. Look what they gave him, Ben, I can't think of it. And look at it.
And he didn't do nothing with it. He just got junk inside of it.
Right. He did that, said all that. Keep going down the street. Look at the church that's still boarded up now. Go further down and look at Native Omaha's building and stuff. Everything is stopped.
Right.
So you're going to talk about 2030?
Right.
What about 2025?
Right. No job.
People, you go if you want to go, don't go if you don't. But I just had to bring this up. You gave me this opportunity is build wealth, build community, the goals and the strategies to work together. I am so sick of hearing that about work together and we got to support just this one. That person is not the one.
Well, we got a lot of hypocrites. I've been nice, y'all. I'm not gonna be nice no more. I'm gonna be polite. But man, oh man, I'm gonna be in the room because Senator McKinney's there, and that's one of the main reasons why. And he brought all his money there, and he actually disagreed with all the black people around him. That's what tripped me out. Import Authority. He the one that brought the money. He said, "No, I don't want to go to this. Everybody voted for to go to Carter Lake."
Oh, you got to see. I'm gonna send you my video when I'm doing it because I'm doing it, and I hope to get it done by this weekend.
Okay.
But the Inland Port Authority.
Okay.
Because I go to their meetings too.
Okay.
I know they're probably not, but anyway, I go to them. And when you see those two Negroes stand up there and talk about what their plan is, they had no plan. They had no concept. And they begged, and they finally got the board is releasing 7.2, at least $7 million.
Right.
Ask yourself, when you was trying to get a radio station, could you go to the bank or the people that had money and you didn't have any concept, any idea, and any written?
No,
you couldn't. You weren't going for no $1 million.
I was going for
and
something.
they did this, and they come up there, and Michael Rooney had the audacity to say, "Well, we ain't got that kind of money to do." Well, if you ain't got that kind of money, then you in the wrong spot. You shouldn't have gotten a grant.
Right now.
Now, here's another thing. Yesterday, when they decided, they sent out RFP. Warren, he used to be Chief Warren, but now he's the chief of staff for the mayor, said, "I want to be very clear that this grant does not allow us to do any involuntary displacement, because that was brought up a lot in the meeting, displacement of the people in that area in East Omaha, to put this plan in. No plan in. No, not displacement. And the mayor is not in favor of any eminent domain. Well, no, you're not in favor of eminent domain right now, because guess what? It's election time. You're not going to say it. How many times has she said no eminent domain, and then what happens?
Elkhorn, we got Elkhorn.
So, for these people to sit up here and just outright lie, yes, the grant says no involuntary displacement of individuals. So what that means is, if we're down there and we buy 5 acres and you're in the center of that, but you don't want to sell your home, your property,
right?
We can't force you to underneath the grant.
Okay.
The 2 partners that are in the Inland Port Authority, they can't use eminent domain. Only the mayor can do that, right? So you tell me, let me ask you, you're a businessman. If you did this and you got this one and this one over here, we won't sell.
Right.
And the only way you can take that property,
they're going to take it.
Eminent domain.
They're going to take it.
So do you tell me that you're going to stop a $90 million project because 3 people won't sell their property?
So, and I warn people, if I know that when the bulldozers are going to start, it's going to be another 10 million square. Come stand in front of those bulldozers. The bulldoze me over Burlington Capital, OEDC. You have to run me over with your tractors. See, Cheryl, no one's talking about that Black women are losing children twice as high as anyone else. No one's talking about 43% of our children are in foster care, Black, and only 10% of the population.
They move our children to foster care immediately.
Right.
That's the reason why I said these bills
are worthless. We need to focus on our problems. Immigration is not our problem. Voter ID is not our problem. Poverty is our problem. Poverty is our problem. And no one's got an initiative for poverty. I don't see nothing about poverty that's helping up the masses of our community. University, that's come on, commission. You talking about the university? You already know they're not hiring Black professors.
They got the DEI thing. One topic, and then I'd like to talk to you about the city council. But one thing I would, and you were at the last meeting that our ad hoc committee got together regarding the North Omaha coal plant and OPPD, and I do have a video on it out on Conversations with Cheryl Weston on YouTube. OPPD has said they're on track. They have shown the equipment that they will be shutting down that North Omaha coal plant. They will be retiring units 1 through 3 and then converting 4 to 5 for gas.
So what's it time? Because they said this several years ago.
2026.
They said this 5 years ago because
they said more than 5. But they came and said it was, the demand and da. But at least now they do have the equipment. And I would say a lot of that I'm going to give to Javier Fernandez, is the new CEO for OPPD. And he is a very compassionate person, but does have it where the old board or the old CEO didn't and the old board wasn't. But if you want to look at the whole design, the equipment that's been brought in, it was, I think, from Italy, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, it is there. It is forced. It is moving and looks very much like on target by the end of 2026 or sooner. It will be converted. So I didn't want to let people know that.
Well, we have high asthma because of that plant. I just 32-year-old mother just died because of an asthma attack. 5 kids, Black woman. And so I wonder if we can come with a class action suit against OPPD, because they know we got the science and they're still delaying it. I don't believe when you at nighttime, you see how much pollution that's coming out of those 3 stacks. Man, that's a lot of pollution, and we're not and coal burnt at least arsenic, on our soil. We already got the Superfund. So, and then also when we moved to the city council, even when we moved to criminal justice, I've been a former probation officer. No one's correlating the lead that we have in our soil,
Mm-hmm.
the low educational tests we get, and some of the crime that's happening. Because it's
not that they don't know it, it's not that it's being made public to
right, and it's
because there are the studies out here by our own people here in Omaha, Nebraska, and health input. They know that all of these factors, not only for here or other areas that are similar to ours, there are studies out there that show all of that is combined. That's anytime you have poverty, you're going to have these things. You're going to have a high death rate. You're going to have those health issues. That's what those create because you keep pushing and people, that's what they're not understanding with this Inland Port Authority, the Omaha Land Bank, all of these things that are nothing more than different ways for gentrification because you got to take North Omaha is the only way that you can get land.
Right. Well,
flat land, land that's close to all the interstates, land that is close to the airport.
Well, as city council, we're going to switch to city council. As city council must... we're gonna go.
So let me ask you.
Go ahead.
City council.
Yes.
So why are you running?
Because I'm tired of this nonsense that you see here. People taking advantage of our community, just lining their own pockets. That's how I feel. People stealing money. We're gonna ask Brother Foley to come in audit everybody. I love Brother Foley. I'm just getting tired of nonsense and people that deserve a hand up is not getting it. They're going to the same people. Like I said, they got the same people on
all the time.
50
people.
Every board. They got 50 people on 3 or more boards, so you're making the same decision. And like you're concerned with this latest commission appointees, 2 members from the same organization on another board, and I don't have no hope because I don't get phone calls from one of those ladies. So and they deserve me a phone call, but I like people telling me the truth indirectly, that they don't care for me. So I'm running for to be that nice in that elephant way. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that those that grew up here, been here 30, 40, 50, 60 years, also reap the benefits of the cash flow that's going to be coming down. There's going to be billions of dollars coming through District 2. We're going to make sure that Mecca. I want to make sure that Mecca give more of their profits to what the chamber started to nonprofits in North and South Omaha. I know. Turn back tax. I know Ben Gray is on that board, and so and I want to make sure that we eating over here. And right now we're not eating. And
let me ask you this: what do you feel is the responsibility of a city council person?
Well, of course, streets and safety and all those intangibles. But I'm going beyond that. Everything I've been able to accomplish is through legislation, and so with this latest Trump administration, y'all really scared, but I'm excited because they got 3 of the richest men on earth. They're gonna pass business legislation. And so it's going to be time to take advantage of that. So my goal is to set up legislative committees, community committees where we read legislation and take advantage of the allocation of dollars that's coming down. And whoever got that skill set in our community, let's point that dollar or that opportunity to them, just like you did that for me when they was pushing the lead advertising. And I wasn't on the list. He said, well, why we made on the list? And you made sure it happened. But it took initiation. We got to keep doing that. We got to keep doing that in every field. I don't care whatever field it is. We got to read legislation, take advantage of the allocation of dollars, and point to whoever man or woman in our community that can take advantage of that. That's how I've been able to build this radio station. We got internet infrastructure the same way through the Trump administration. I got $250,000 because I read legislation. I got the money free. The radio station came free. I read legislation. So the solution is in legislation. We just got to start reading fiction and start reading nonfiction, which is legislation and allocation of dollars. So Y'all worry about Elon Musk, but they can be passing some business legislation. So you got to be prepared. So you got to get in tune with the IRS, get it, do your taxes so you're ready to take advantage of all these dollars that's going to be coming down. So I'm looking forward to the next administration. I'm not scared at all. I work for God. Ain't no man that I have never met going to affect me emotionally because I work for God for real. Ain't no man that I have never met. I don't care if he's the president, and I met Obama, but I haven't met Trump. But I'm not going to let him affect me negatively. I've never met him.
Well, sometimes people, I always say, sometimes you got to take that negative and turn it around to make it be a positive and figure out. One of the things that, and I'll send you the link to it, but this deal with Trump, they said, if you go back, there was Banner, he put out, he says, what we have to do is just flood the people with something constant every day. Every day. And he says, and you feed it to social media is because most of the media, this is his words, people are lazy and they don't want to do the work. So we're going to make sure that every single day we got 3 things we're throwing at them. And that's what's happening right now. Half of this stuff is not going to go any farther. Now you're starting to see where they're waking up and saying, wait a minute, you can't do this or you can't do that. But don't just say it's just Trump. Look at the people that you sent to Washington, the Fishers and the Ricketts and those people who have nothing in tune for you. You had an opportunity. That's the reason why, and I got to say it again and again, and I'm going to keep saying it again, is people, if you keep sitting by the sideline and you don't get out and vote because, it ain't nothing I can do, it ain't going to make it. It is going to make a difference. It's going to make a difference who you put in that city council seat.
Without doubt.
I'm telling you, you have to take and get people who are interested. We have had, and I'm just going to call names. Hey, we sent people, and I'm really tired of it, and I'm going to say it on my show, I'm tired of you telling me that we have to get behind one person or something. Everybody has a right to vote. Who is a registered voter, and if you don't get registered, you got a right to vote. And I don't care if there's 20 people that's running in District 2. They got that right. And then what it should do is if you don't like that person and you want that person, that should encourage you to say, I got to get out and vote to help my person. But why should it be only District 2 is the one they told, well, you got too many people running and we need to get, these so-called niggers going to tell me we need to get behind one candidate and really push for them. There's no guarantee. If you think because you pushed for that one person and we all came together and said, well, we're going to vote, when they get there, they're going to turn. We've seen that with Ben Gray. I saw that with Brown. We started out, supported him, got him up there, and then next thing you know, he wouldn't return a call, don't want to talk to you, and it was his way or no way. Ben Gray sold in the North Omaha down the road for 12 terms, for 3 terms, 12 years, and now you want to come back and do it again? Get up off your butt and go vote. Don't vote in for it. Otherwise, name recognition, the people that do, they're just going to say, oh, that name right? Yep, they know it. If you want William King, and I'm not supporting, I want it to be known. I'm not saying I'm supporting William King or Council or Goodman. None of it. I'm saying if you want that individual, get out and support that individual. Because if they don't make the primary, if they're not 1 or 2, they're not going to make it to the general election. So you need to get there. You need to go out and get registered and get votes so that you can stop these crazy bills that they keep bringing out, because that whole thing was, we'll get this voter ID. Now we got them focused on that. Now we're going to come in with these new votes, and now they want to get another bill. So, get out and vote.
Yeah, we got to pay attention. We'll keep you guys in the 411 without a doubt. And for those that's, I love you guys tattletelling. We ain't want to gossip though. I truly, for you guys, I truly love walking in the room and y'all heads bow, because I am the king. I love it. I love it when y'all bow your heads. don't know if it's embarrassment, shame. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But it's going to be more of that because our children need us. Our children need us. Right now, I got a call from Sherman Wells, and I got a call from the brother because we got politicians that are preparing for photo ops.
Oh, I tell you,
and
where have you been?
Yeah,
it makes me so angry, and I'm like, okay, where have you been? And everybody now wants to get out when there's something that's happening. Next thing you're like, well, where have you been all this time? And now you want me to, my platform. There ain't no platform. You didn't. That's not what city council represented. You don't even know what you're supposed to have. Well, I've got these pillars. Pillars. Oh, it's disgusting.
So
Sherman Wells is he's another one of and there's very few that I have in my sphere.
Right.
But Sherman Wells, and we all have our own ways of doing things.
Yeah, but
I don't think it's right for me to condemn somebody. Well, they do it. No, that's their style.
That's their style.
Thing is, they're doing something.
They're
getting results.
Well,
and I like that young man.
I
like that young man, and I tell it.
Without a doubt. He called me. He said, Brother King, were you at the march? And, I'm one of the sponsors for the march. I'm a King, baby. But, they came to me kind of late, too, and asked me. I was on the first flyer. And Pastor Perkins know that. He's a God lover. I ain't going to tell them a lie. For real. Ain't no chumps over here. That's why they call me Reverend New Hope. They only hope you got. I'm the top reverend around here, and I didn't go to theology school. But they came to me late. I put my logo on there, and I support it. Anything that can unify people, I'm never going to be an obstacle. Now, I went to the march, but I didn't march. And the reason why I didn't march, because I'm a king. And Martin Luther King said that he's tired of marching. So I got a video. I'm going to show y'all. He said he's tired of marching. So you know what I did? I worked. So I put flyers on everybody's car. So when they came back, they saw Mr. King propaganda. While they up there marching cheese and for the camera, I'm working. I went to Salem parking lot. I worked that too. And then I went into Salem, and then one of the janky leg politicians got out there and started talking about Trump. I said, man, this is from Martin Luther King. See, y'all don't like kings for real. Y'all bring up Trump in a church to cause more division. The church is supposed to be unifiable. Politicians got there and they clap for him. Man, I said dunk on him. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I said, man, I'm the greatest around here. You look at him running against you. Well, but first I'm gonna win this one. So you get the real me. So I'm unapologetic. So I'm not paid. I went to the rich white folks. I went to the rich black folks. They said no to me. And you know who said yes? God did. So you can't come to me. I learned this before. Dick Davis, he taught me this. Dick Davis, shouts out to Dick Davis, because he did help me. He's the only person that really helped me. Baby Jesus, they attacked him. Baby Jesus is Fred Conley, because Fred Conley was on the board. Mm-hmm. But Davis taught me, he said, remember who helped you on one hand, mm-hmm. and remember who did not help you on the other.
That's right.
And so that's why I'm moving in 2025. We're still going to help those that did not help me, because we work for God, but you're second. Mm-hmm. You're second. And so I'm motivated. We'll have Miss Weston, you want to come back once a week? So we get fired up every Friday, because we got supported. We call it Black Friday for a reason, because we got to support each other economically, but also intelligently. Mm-hmm. Because we use our intelligence, that means we know we got to work together. And that's why we call it Black Friday. We intentional. I consider our station a research radio station, the only one in the world. Our goal is to modify our behavior so we're better individuals, better family members, and better citizens. And that's all Ms. Weston was talking about, is modifying our behavior so we're better individuals by treating each other right. My mama would never have survived in this day because y'all are cheats. Mm-hmm. Y'all you need contracts.
Your
word is not bond.
No.
You know what I mean? My mama would never survive, y'all. So that's why I love the projects, and that's why I'm making sure that 75 North or whoever else is in charge of Spencer bring those Black people back. I'm tired of riding by Pleasant View East and the old Hilltop, and I'll see Black people on the corners waiting for the bus. I see all other ethnicities. So 75 North, y'all didn't bring the Black people back. So I'm worried about South Omaha, the gentrification of South Omaha.
But that's not going to happen over there. There's going to, mark my words, today is what, February the 7th, 2025?
Mm-hmm.
The difference will be, you know why?
Why?
Because those people over there are demanding that it be XYZ.
Right.
You got the Simple Foundation, who has very well endowed over there.
Yeah.
You have Canopy.
Okay.
You have those businesses. That's how come you have South 24th Street. When
Right.
you go down there and you have those. That is different because they demanded it. Did they have individuals? Yes, they had some what you might want to call leaders, but those leaders were saying, we got to get it for all my people.
Right now.
But north, you go north and you got these Negroes, I call them the house Negroes, that are sucking up to them. And then what really gets me angry is when you won't tell me, don't tell me off the record, so and so and so and so.
Yeah.
But in there, you want to smile because, oh, they might give me some grant money.
Right.
They're never going to give you any more than the minimum because they don't want you to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
And they're only going to give you enough so that you got to keep coming back. You can't do anything to stop them from coming back because you're not treating them for the reason that it was. And I do believe part of it, as we all have our own faith and whatever. Mm-hmm. I believe that if you have faith, how can this be happening with these so-called Christians and the way things are?
Well, Al Jamal, shout out to my Al Jamal, my atheist brother. He said to me, brother, he said, I was thinking about being a Christian. He said, but I hung around a couple of Christians and they were just cussing. He said, well, I'm just going to stay atheist.
Well,
because Christians are hypocritical.
They are. They're so, and these house Negroes that we have right now, you know, it's like, when do you ever get a backbone? Martin Luther King, he said, if you don't stay on your knees, if you don't stand for something when you know it,
right,
you'll take anything and you'll always be down and be in a kneeling position.
Right.
Now I'm paraphrasing him, but that's what he was saying. You got to stand up. You got to stand up for some things when you believe that they're right. You got to stand up and support that. And this idea where we all get, when I look at this, what did I do with it? You look at that.
Right.
When you look at that, what do you see? Grinning, schminning, that old same stuff.
Right.
I look at the Empowerment Network,
well, you know,
and you say, what have they done?
Well, you know,
but they have bettered themselves.
So I mean, I can. One person on here, she loves me a great deal. I can call her, and she'll give me anything. A couple other people have threatened my life on here. For real, I mean, for real. Hey, I'm from the hood, y'all. I do this for real. I tell people if I like to be unliked because I work for God. I'm a mean man martyr, and when you stay on ethics and principle, it's gonna rattle some cages. But I can point one by one and tell you who did what to me, and I just been quiet. But 2025, I'm dropping names, and you can't sue me because I'm telling the truth. So, Lord have mercy. And I know y'all be gossiping later on, but that's all right, y'all.
Oh, I'm sure.
2025, we just let y'all know it's no driving 2025. And if you have responsibility of this community, we're gonna make sure you that you do it 100% and you're not cheating people. We're gonna ask State Senator Foley to make sure. And I like the way Foley he sat back in his chair. He said, "Well, you know those Negroes, we don't like to micromanage those Negroes over there, but those Negroes over there, I don't know what's going on, but they are the most corrupt commission in the state of Nebraska." And he sat back, those Negroes.
Well, I gotta ask one last thing for you to do because you're here.
And Foley coming on. I'm inviting Foley on, y'all, too.
Well, I like the idea on that. Okay. Here, people, I want to make a call for talking about community and what you're doing together. And all you guys that's on this little flyer here for the Empowerment Network, we got a young lady, Idle Vital.
Yeah. Okay.
She needs our financial assistance. And there's a GoFundMe set up. You can go to Idle Vital GoFundMe and pull it up. The young lady and her family is trying to operate a business. She got screwed by her second location. You all know her from down on 24th Street. They were able to get funding enough to get into this new location out on 76, 78 and Cass Street. And the landlord and the realtor did not disclose the plumbing issues that with it.
Manipulation. She's
learned, as I was explaining to her, it costs when you go into business, it costs, but you need that attorney.
Yeah.
Because they can do it. And you got to learn, if you're in business, there's certain things that you have business expense for, and you got to account for that.
Right.
But her situation now is she had a health department inspection. They gave her 30 days to get the plumbing fixed, or they could close it down.
Okay.
But we're working on that, and I think we've gotten that so that perhaps she'll be able to get that extended. But the point is, she needs $25,000.
Golly.
Because commercial plumbing is totally different than your residential plumbing. It has to be done by a plumber that can pull a permit from the health permits and inspection department downtown. If they don't pull that permit and they do the plumbing, they can stop it still because it's got to be approved because there's different types.
Okay.
She's in it. They're trying to stay in it for the long run. And it's, you make a mistake, but you're young, you make a mistake, but she's learned from that. She knows now that, hey, I got to do this and be sure of this and that.
Right.
Well, my point is, if you got $20,000, give it to her.
Right for taxes. Right for taxes.
But if not, what I'm saying, do whatever you can. Go to the GoFundMe, or even go out to her 78th Street, 78th. It's about 78th and Cass. It's that little strip mall there, next to
the
that.
South side.
To that plant by the Sherman Mill.
I face Omaha. Over there in that complex, right by Genesis. Can't miss it.
So it sits right in there, or either drop off a donation. It doesn't make any difference if it's $5, $10, $20. If you can do more, do more. But I'm just saying this out. We talk about helping.
Right.
Let's help this young lady. This is Black businesses trying to make it, trying to leave a wealth legacy for her family, her son. So I'm just asking anyone for support. Go to the GoFundMe or take a donation. She really, she says, I feel so bad. I hate to ask. But sometimes we got to ask. And God says, if you ask, you shall receive. So I think this is a way, if all these people here are talking about all this, we got to be helping each other and collective and all that. Well, okay, come on out of that bag, because we're still going to call you out. Okay?
Without doubt. It's kind of like the skit with Richard Pryor, and the skit was called Monkey. And it was a Dermot Pincher. And he wanted that monkey. And the monkey, and then one day the monkey died, and the donor pitcher jumped over the fence and said, Rich, what's wrong, Rich? He said, my monkey died. They said, dang, Rich, I was going to eat the monkey, Rich. He said, but it's going to be all right. He said, before the donor pitcher jumped back over the fence, he said, I'm going to be running. I'm going to be by you tomorrow, Rich. So we're going to love you. We'll love you when it's time to love you. But when it's time to bite you, we're going to be biting. For real. Check out the skit Monkey, Richard Pryor, baby. I can't play it because it's too explicit.
Richard Pryor was, that was Richard Pryor,
Yeah. So 2025, Miss Weston, kudos, great respect. You are necessary. Keep doing what you're doing. I tell everybody, you got to create friction and you got to agitate. I wish my mama was back to create some friction and some agitation, because you know what? I have me a lemon meringue pie right now. Oh yeah. See, no one has been there to duplicate it since my mama died. And so I'm gonna go try it myself. I don't know, because I used to help her. So boy, when my mama creates some friction and some agitation, boy, we ate some good.
Change.
We ate good. Oh man, some fried potatoes, fried salt pork. Oh man, come on now. So ain't nothing wrong with a little agitation.
No.
It's a little friction. That's all Miss Weston. She cooking, baby. She cooking. And it tastes good to me.
Well, I done got you all stirred up for today, huh? So
it tastes good to me, y'all. Omaha version, we call this day specifically Black Friday. We encourage those of the Black diaspora to support each other in business.
That's right.
Period. We gotta be purposeful. 200, 300, 400, 500 years ago, they were selling our ancestors and making money.
Mm-hmm.
We can't do nothing about yesterday, but all we're gonna do is affect today and tomorrow. And the best way is supporting each other in business. And then also we encourage our neighbors who we spend money with every day to spend money with Black people. We're not asking for no warfare. No, we're just asking for fair. I guess that's the word. I guess that's
fairness.
Yeah, that's it.
Just be, as you said, it's helping each other. And we're complaining right like now they want to boycott so and so and boycott that because nothing has stopped you before now. You didn't do it,
right?
And you're not going to do it now,
right?
You're going to spend your money there, but at least if you're spending $100 a month, I'm just going to say $100 a month in clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Can't you put $75 over there at your Target and bring $25 to your Black business?
Well, actually,
I would love for it to be the other way around, but I'm just saying, I'm being realistic. But most of them are not going to give up.
So we can't blame the men. You cannot blame the men. Men, we clear on that one. Now I don't know what happened to our money after it's gone. But the last time I've been at Target is in the last year, maybe one time. I don't know why I went, because I went with somebody else. I went with another lady. I am not. Men really don't go and shop like that. It's the women. So y'all women, y'all gotta get y'all stuff together. Y'all the one voted for Miss Harris. Do the same thing for all these Black girls and Black businesses that's also trying to inspire and have their stuff in the stores. Have that much power behind them. And they're actually Black. She's from India. Don't get mad at me, AKAs, whoever she was with.
The point is, support Black businesses. Period.
And then also,
and we got to say something about Black businesses.
Look,
Black businesses, when we patronize you, treat us just like you would the master.
Yep.
When they come in there, can I help you? We got this. Well, I didn't want to pay that much. Well, maybe we can work something out.
Right.
Treat your Black folks the same way.
Yep.
Let's treat each other with respect.
Right.
That's all I'm asking is, when I come in to spend my money, I don't come in there and you and looking around. You can ask, man, how may I help you?
Yep.
I'm coming in your store. Let's treat each other right. You want me to spend my money there? Treat me like that. And then, like I said, we have to make an effort to help our own. Because if you can't help your own, ain't no way else you're going to get it to help yourself. Whoever said it, like, we're not outnumbered. We're out organized. We're out everything because we allow it to be.
Well, two people I know that have great customer service, and you need to go spend money with them today. CC brought clothes, Styles of Evolution.
Yes, they are.
And
I have shopped there.
And LaFleur Flashing, where Kay will she'll give you a discount, and you don't even have to ask, because I know most y'all gonna ask. That's what Cheryl said. No, but Kay is so giving. But no, spend full price at those two organizations. And Kay, the last concert when I came on stage with In Vogue, Candy hooked me up my wardrobe. I was looking good. I know I'm looking good for sure.
You didn't have to have anybody tell you.
No. I know I'm looking good. So shouts out to LaFleur and Styles of Evolution. Those are two businesses where you can get that customer service, that the respect that you deserve. And then we got a host of other Black businesses all around this community.
We do.
From Southwest Omaha, we got Ripshack Smokehouse, Southwest
Omaha.
Oh,
Ripshack, they are great. I just happened to see Miss Candy Price the other day. I called her. very proud of that young lady. She has got business going and she knows business.
Yeah, buy a car. Yeah, happy birthday, Miss Price. I think it was her birthday. Somebody's birthday.
Yeah,
Candace.
but she has. I'm trying to think of a couple other stores that I've gone to.
Mm-hmm.
I tried Essential Shop.
Yeah.
That lady.
Central
Gathering.
Yeah.
Stacy is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Is to help support. She tried to have a Black Expo, and you guys wouldn't even come. But let me show, when you went to the Highlander, you were there and you was all on top of each other.
Right.
She tried to have an expo and you guys. Well,
so? We're going to be intentional. I did reach out to Miss Honeycutt, and we're going to be hosting a debate once we get the final individuals that's going to be on the ballot. So we're looking at March the 2nd and having a debate with the city council people. Maybe you might want to be one of the moderators. I got 2 other moderators. So 3 moderators should be good. And we're just going to talk about the contrast of different issues between the candidates. We still are a journalist platform. Now, we're a journalist platform, and so we want to make sure that you stay in the know. God said that we were destroyed because of lack of knowledge, and we bring people in here that share their knowledge so we can make the best decision. Phil Rooney, Cheryl Weston came in today, health, but also wealth. We talk about both, health and wealth, and both are crucial to making safe neighborhoods. And so
to living.
So for those that feel that you're a target and someone's going to go to, well, they said my name, but you are in a responsibility role and you got to take the heat. You can't take the heat. Get out the kitchen. We don't need you at the table. Where I ran one janky reverend out of town when Ricky said, "Oh, what y'all people gonna do?" And these janky legs run out. Ricky said this. Well, yeah. What are you guys doing? I think that's a fair question.
Yeah, but the one stood up. Then the others got courage to stand up and lead.
We're running all y'all out of town, especially you janky leg ministers. Come around here, and they get a door before I do. I can't believe he was in the room, and I'm from here. I'm tired of not being invited in the room, and I'm an important person. And Miss West is an important person. Why are we in the room? Because y'all scared of the truth. You're scared that and they like to do sidebars. Can we? They like to do sidebars. Don't ever come to me with a sidebar again. Ever. None of y'all think y'all my friend, think you manipulate. No, it's not happening. 2025 is no jive. We got too many of our young people depending on us. I got an intern, a senior at a brother, trying to get his degree and still having trouble with employment at a McDonald's job, at a Burger King job. They won't give him no hours, and he's trying to get his degree. So those are things that we need to work on. Real people that with real issues. Nothing. You worry about some DEI for some
university professors. I'm worried about keeping these little 11 and 12-year-olds out of the adult courts, and just like that incident with the young man, taken up for him because his actions were terrible. But he was 13 years old and he killed that guy, that other 19-year-old. And then they said, well, he's been he should be in a facility or something. They sent him there. Then he goes to Lincoln. And then when he attacked the woman there in Lincoln, this white woman in Lincoln, and look at what the judge gave him. He was 13 years old. That child still has some problems. What did you do to help him once he was in your system? What has been done to help? Some people you cannot react. You can't. You just got to realize that. But a 13-year-old, he didn't know what he was doing. 16-year-old, did he know what he was doing? See, that's what I'm talking about. Is that's where we should be focusing on our kids. Look at this. I'm just going to go back to what you said about your mom. Your mom said, I want you to be better than I am. I can't read or write, but I want you to go to school. We got parents now they're not pushing their kid to go to school.
Right.
They can't. And they're like, well, hey, they're just generation after generation after generation doing the same thing over.
Right.
That's got to stop, because if it doesn't, we're not going anywhere. We're going backwards. We're already going backwards.
Right.
We're going to go farther backwards. So I'm with you on that. Is let's see, what are we doing to make? We keep hearing this because this is the new flavor, is create wealth legacy. Well, if you don't have no job,
Right.
if you don't have an education, how you gonna create wealth? How you gonna buy a house?
Right.
How you gonna do any of that? If you got to start somewhere at the bottom, and we need to get back to help each other.
Mhm.
Like I say, some of you old grown folks, we've got to help these young kids,
Right.
because that is your future.
Right.
The reason why I'm saying your future, guess who's gonna be taking care of you? Do you want some of these to worry about taking care of you when you can't take care of yourself?
Well, that's why I'm being nice, so God can bring some nice universal people around me to take care of me when I get older, or I just leave real quick, So I have to deal with the pain. So politics are important, on a local level.
Yes, we need to vote. Get out,
Mhm.
register, and vote. Your vote can make a difference.
Right.
Your vote can make a difference.
And that's why I'm getting in the generational trauma. You're right. Yeah, it just passed on. And we got to stop it. And then we also got to stop overseers and people that we know that aren't having the best interest in our community. And I don't care if they look black or not. It's time to make sure they uphold to their responsibilities. And that's all we're doing. Just do what your job criteria say you're gonna do. That's it.
We just learn to respect each other.
Mhm.
Is have respect.
Mhm.
And if you have respect, you'll have love. You'll have those things. But we got to get back to some of those old. I hear a lot of the younger ones that are running for city council talking about, well, you need to move over and let the young people in. What are you gonna do? What you gonna do for me? I'm like that Janice Jackson son. What you done for me lately?
Right.
Now all of a sudden you come up and you decide that you are the one to win. No, you can't leave. You can't leave into the restroom because you're gonna get lost.
Yep. But and that was brother, Kasim. We say names over here because I love Kasim, and he was the main one said move out to 50, 60. No. Your candidate, Brother Jones, that you support. I saw you got on him because he was in the photo op.
Uh-huh.
And he said, "I told you, Brother Marcus, not to be."
You say, I told you not to be in it. And what do you do? If he do that now, what would you think he gonna do later down the road?
My last name is King. I'm not a follower. I'm a leader for real. I'm not part of any fraternities. The only group that I have ever joined was an actual team. Cross country, basketball, track team. Those are the only organizations. So I'm used to passing the ball. I'm used to support people that don't look like me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I needed your points. I don't care if she's my white homegirl that's running the mile. She's on our team. We're trying to win a team championship today at this invitational at Bryant, going against Central and Northwest and Tech. You know what I mean? So no, I've always been part of those teams. And let me tell you this last story because everybody want to separate black and white, Republican and Democrat. Now, when I was in college at Midland Lutheran College, now they call it Midland University, they did not put I had to protest for them to put my picture in the Fremont Tribune. That's how much gap building I was doing. I wrote a sign, and the sign said, "My roommate picture has never been in the Fremont Tribune." This is right before I was about to play a basketball game. I forget who was playing. I think maybe was playing Wayne State. My mom and them was in. Oh, I got goosebumps. Oh, my mom and them was there. Oh, my sister, my family is in there, and all the black and the student and white student bodies held the sign up while I was out there playing basketball because they'll write about me, but they wouldn't put my picture in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so after I had one of my best games of my life, I had about almost 30, I think. I hit the last second shot, and afterwards, everybody said, "Well, we didn't know." So afterwards, my sister, who I call my number one fan, I love my sister, and she got the NAACP involved. I don't know who was in charge. I don't know if it was Buddy Hogan at the time.
I think it was Buddy Hogan.
So this was like in the 80s.
Because
it was like 87.
Yeah, he was very instrumental. That's ran him out of town because he was too much
right
for the right and for helping black folks. He wasn't one of the house Negroes.
Right. So I think it was Buddy Hogan, my sister, they galvanized, they put pressure on the Fremont Tribune. In the last game of my senior year at Dana College, they took a picture of me and put it in the Fremont Tribune. So I still don't have a picture on my home court. You know what I mean? So I come from that. I come from a teacher who did not look like me. She's a Caucasian teacher. And my freshman year, when I was almost ineligible, and I had to go tell my teacher, I said, well, I cannot go home and tell my mama I failed. I cannot. I said, I'll do extra credit, whatever you need me to do, I'll be done. But I cannot go home and tell my mama I failed. I had a 1.97, and you need 2.0 to be eligible. And Miss Trotimus, God rest her soul, I went to her, told her, and she gave me extra credit. And then when I accepted my Hall of Fame, she was in the crowd, and I thanked her for believing in this young black boy from North Omaha. Mm-hmm. And it comes from my mama, because my mom always taught me, if someone treats you good, treat them better, because you might need them one day. Mm-hmm. And I always respected my teachers, always. And so when I went to her, she had to yell because I was so nice. And I followed through. I kept my word because that's how I grew up. We didn't have a contract. No. I grew up poor. And so my mama's word was bond. Mm-hmm.
I remember that, being taught that. Your word is your bond.
And so I lived it. And so when I accepted, but she was so proud of me, that white Caucasian woman. Oh, yeah. She was so proud of this black, handsome, tall guy.
You don't ever fall short of telling about how you are handsome and everything.
But those relationships, because I like to tear down stereotypes that all white people are bad.
There's no all.
Yeah.
People, all people aren't bad.
Yeah,
black people, purple people, green or what.
Yeah.
You got bad in every race. Every race. Yeah.
So I just want to tell you that story. Sometimes we got to go through obstacles, but we got to use intelligence in order to get over those obstacles. So I could have been mad and no, we're just going to protest silently. I'm going to eat y'all up on the court. and then let my sister do the rest of the work. You know what I mean? So it takes a village to raise. Mm-hmm. And so the Buddy Hogans, and like I said, they ran Buddy Hogans at the time.
He ran him out.
Eddie Statons, people that actually do the work. Y'all ain't gonna run me out of town, though. Nah. See, I'm self-made. I don't work for y'all. Shouts out to Del Minardi, who helped me with my first nonprofit. Now she runs the state probation, and she's a white woman. Mm-hmm. So I always testify that we need everybody, and I've been able to bridge gaps where no one has. And then also, shouts out to my man Bacon for allowing me to create history. I'm the first Democrat. And especially, I'm black too. But first, put the Democrat in there first. He asked me to lead the Republican election party. Uh-huh. And this is the biggest one before the election, before COVID. And now I'm black, tall, handsome. I can't forget that. Got a red suit on and got sea of white Republicans. Uh-huh. And I'm leading them. Because you know why? Because my mama, because I've always been a team player. Mm-hmm. Just because you're white or Republican don't mean you're my adversary. And so to do that, I'm the only one in the history of Nebraska to do that. A Democrat lead a Republican election night party? It's unheard of. And being a black man? Come on, man. Come on, I beat all the odds, but I've always been able to bridge gaps because of what my mama, the ethics, that was allowing me to open doors and mend fences. I've always done that all my life, and I know I will be able to continue to do that on the next level. So that's the reason why I'm running. Miss Johnson, I respect her, but she's been whiteballed. The mayor said that can communicate with our department heads, so that affects our community.
Well, that's exactly what when I did my video on it. It was it's not Johnson, it's not South at the lot, it's North Omaha.
Right. Right.
Because see, if you can't be at the table. If they don't bring you in, I don't know who said it, but there's somebody who said, you can't fight a system from the outside. You have to be on the inside.
They call it implosion.
If that's your position to be in there, you got to be in there.
Right.
And that's where I'll go. And I'm saying right now, I look at, our district, the people that we have elected, they have allowed their personalities get in the way of doing for the community and the people that elected them.
Right now, I'm not one of those people. Sonny Foster, God rest his soul, he taught me, and I still live by these principles. There's no permanent friends, no permanent enemies. It's only permanent issues. I'll tell you, I'm be fighting for the issues. You don't worry about me selling you out. I'm self-made. I got 2 businesses. Health is more important to me than money. Money's a tool. It's just like a wrench. But I'm not motivated by money. Period. And they know it. I can go get money from such. I haven't even applied yet. And they got money over there sitting for me. So why I'm thinking about not taking the money because I ain't get a phone call back. So let me know, y'all might not want me to get the money.
You kind of sound like you brought his name up because we have conversations from time to time, Ajma. And his letters.
Oh yeah, I love Ajma.
Ajma's letters or something. And he said, "You didn't even respond to my letter." "Oh no, I ain't got no time for you." He said, "You're gonna fire off." I said, "Well, Ajma, when you type, you
type a book, a few less paragraphs, I'll
That's it. I said, "Ajma, did you think who's gonna return that?" And he'd be like, "They should return my letter." If I go, I said, "Well, Ajma, wait, some of your letters I see, man, I wouldn't return it. I'd be trying to I don't even want to talk. If he even come in, I'm not available."
All right. We got a question, Mr. Weston. So you might need to answer this. What's the best way to combine the old standards with the newer standards? Are there any thoughts we can agree on?
That is the individuals. The individuals make it where, your old standards can be with your new standards. Your new can be with your old. It's the individuals. And like you just said, Foster said, there's no permanent friends, no permanent enemies. There's just permanent issues. Well, those issues, whoever is involved in those issues, that's what has to come together is to say, put the person, that's why I keep using that word personality. You see, we're so much emotional into it. Yeah, we can get emotional. We get emotional talking about these different issues. But then we got to say, okay, you're over here and over here. How can we come together and find a solution?
Right.
Because the problem is not going to go away unless we get, whether we use old standards or new standards, old school, new school, it does not make youth or old. That has nothing. It's coming to address the issue. You identify it, and then you work to see how can you solve it.
Right. We got another question, Anthony. Right. We said, are there any specific policies that Mr. King can tell us he plans to implement and how this policy differ from many other non-candidates like 80s a month? First of all, one of the main things I want to do is listen. So we're going to have some listening sessions, and then we're going to get the answers from you. When you have a politician say, I want to do this, okay, of course I got my 4 things I want to accomplish, but the first thing I want to accomplish is listen. I used to stutter a great deal, so I'm a great listener. Shouts out to Brian Hyde for giving me a speech therapist, OPS. So I'm a great listener. So my first initiative is to listen. But I really want to develop subcommittees, community subcommittees, where we really action groups. And the main one, the first one I want to develop is a legislative, because there's so much money that's going to be passed on the local, county, state, and federal level. It's money every day being allocated. We don't know about it because we're not reading the right stuff. And so I want to get a core group of readers so we can decipher all this money that's been allocated so we can take advantage. Also, I'm not going to different from one of my elders, Mr. Farrakhan. He also said that we need to develop a skills bank. So I want to go to our neighborhoods, get our neighborhood associations. And so what? You don't have a GED. So what? You don't have no high school diploma. But God gave you another skill, and see how we can manifest whatever skill you have at that level. So if it's entrepreneur help, if it's help with going back to get further education, wherever it is, we start to need people on the ground level, so we can start empowering these local neighborhood associations. Starts with the neighborhood. This is how I survive for my neighbors. We can't go beyond that. And we got to start listening to our neighbors. They're the ones that's going through the problems. They're the ones that have the best solutions. And so I'll be 60. I don't know what a 20-year-old problem is, but I can assume, because I still like to kick it. I still like to go out. There's nothing for our young people to do. No community park, no family fun center. There's nothing in our community where we can actually have family gatherings and build family wholesomeness. We got to go way out west or down south. That needs to be in our community. Now, y'all talk about alcohol. Now, Maroney will just close a grocery store on 24th Street and open up an alcohol store.
Yeah.
Maroney?
Yep.
OEDC? You had a grocery store right there.
Wanted to expand, and nope.
And man, we're exposing y'all that's slumlords. I'm tired of going in the bathroom over Showcase and Maroney and them having fished the bathroom.
And why does he get?
I'm just.
You know, you brought anything up. Why is it all thing down on North Omaha and 24th Street? He can hold on to for years and sit
and not do nothing
with it. And then if you do, you got 30 days to get this done, and this done, and this done. Yeah, that stuff needs to stop.
And people, and I know why I don't get stuff I do, because they got board members. I know y'all don't like me because I'm a truth teller. That's all right, but you got to come through me because we have integrity. You got to come to God. Even the devil came to God. Even the devil tried to get Jesus to, but the devil want to be like God. That's why they expelled him. So it's gonna be rough for y'all. 2025. I'm asking our women to go back to the 70s. Oh yeah, with the bell bottoms.
Wait a minute. What are you worried about the 70s?
Oh yeah, because of the individuality and the free spirit and the revolutionists and the stripes and the bell bottoms and the flavor of the 70s. The women in the 70s and the women of the 20s. Oh, well, y'all black women, we need that back.
We need those men back.
That too. We had a higher rate of marriage.
Right.
We had higher rate.
You know, this whole ideal, and old people tell you, he said, why should I take and buy the cow when I can get the milk free already? You know, there was value in,
right.
Hey, right. We're going to have a relationship. Why are you just going to live with someone, but you're not good enough to carry their name, or they carry your name one way or the other, right. Or marriage, and we don't take it seriously anymore.
I agree with you.
And and then I see all this stuff on Facebook, and I really do wish some of y'all would take a look at the stuff you put on Facebook.
Right. I have never.
You have a problem with it. Can't find. You don't find a man on a man. There's a difference between a man and a male.
Right.
If you want the man and you got something to offer, don't you want somebody that's going to at least be at your level?
Right.
Instead of just settle for anything? Because all you getting is a pair of trousers.
Right down.
And guess what? You can put on a pair of trousers.
Right down. We still got some more questions. Our older generation, TV, news, newspaper, New X, TikTok, they always, generational differences. The transition is the answer. No single one of us have the answer. So alone. Yep. So it's gonna be all of us together.
I think I would like to say on that is we have never sat here and said that it's one person. The whole time when we've talked about any issue, it's always been, it's going to take more than one.
Yeah, without a doubt. So we got to come together, y'all. So we're going to bring Miss Weston back again because I like stirring up stuff. You know,
So you say I'm an antagonizer and I'm stirring up stuff.
No, you come
just
come with truth. And my last show was called Positive Havoc. And when you come with positive truth, it's going to automatically cause havoc.
Yeah.
And so, no, we need more truth tellers, and we need to make sure that truth tellers have the platform. And so our citizens, our brothers and sisters, can make the best decisions for their lives. It's coming down to that. I really talk about the core issues because, we are dying. And I get those calls, y'all, of despair. Last year, I went on a date. And 10 minutes into the date, the young lady got a call that there was an emergency in her family. So we drove her to the house and went to the house, and there's a couple of children there that was young, like 2 or 3, and they was playing. Then we went into the room, and their mother was on the floor, that had tried to commit suicide.
Oh my gosh.
Now, we got there in time, but those 2 children in that room didn't know their mama was.
That was divine intervention.
And we got to do better, y'all. See, I'm on the front line of this. Y'all behind y'all desks, and y'all think y'all make cavalier or we think people aren't important. But I live this. And so if you are in need of any help, 211 is the number. You can call 211. Anything domestic. If you think about hurting yourself, remember someone loves you.
That's right.
988 is the number you can call for anything domestic. You can call me because we're a research radio station. We'll make sure that you get referred. And I know I'll have the time to talk to whoever. My time ain't too busy to keep you alive. And so make sure that, love comes from within. So do something. Yesterday we called it Love Yourself Thursday. Do something that proves that you love yourself. And it got to be positive. I don't care if it's a little extra cake or a little extra ice cream. Go take the extra scoop, but you just take a little couple extra steps tomorrow. But love yourself. I think that's what's wrong today. People don't love themselves, so it's hard. You can't love anyone else unless you love yourself. And so that's a common denominator. We have to find a way to change people's minds. We got to self-love in our hearts and minds. And so our campaign, we're on a behavioral campaign. We're not running a regular campaign. Win, lose, or draw. My goal is to make sure that we at least develop some of these action groups, action committee groups, especially the legislative, because that's where all the money is going to come from. That's where all the opportunities are going to come from. We just got to read it and then find the right person with that skill set to take advantage of that. And if we keep doing that, our community will get rich. It'll get richer. If everybody did a lot would get done. And so I know you might not like truth tellers like myself and Miss Weston, some of y'all, but we're necessary, y'all. And we're going to be speaking out against the same people that's going to maybe be an adversary to you. We're fair and balanced over here, just like Fox News. We're fair and balanced.
Now you stretch a little bit too much when you put me on the Fox News part. But I do believe in the truth, and that's what I call mine. And it's Conversations with Cheryl Weston it's speaking to the truth. And we're all going to be hurt. Sometimes you have to have the truth to make you do better. That's the old saying, if you don't know, you can't do better. But if you know, you should do better.
Right now. And
so I just think that if we started in bringing up that about, you got to have respect. You got to learn to respect yourself. Malcolm X said, until you get away from the man has made you hate yourself.
Yeah.
Made you hate your culture, made you hate being Black. I was following Bobby Broomfield the other day, and he made a comment and said, they talk about, the old ones, y'all, like we can't go back with our ancestors. And something he said, and I told him the last line was he said, no, you are not like our ancestors. Because they said, y'all you're like our ancestors. But see, we ain't like that. You're right, you're not. Because you know what? They stood up.
Right. They
stood up. They didn't just take it. You've been here long enough to know we wouldn't have been able to get in Peony Park. Remember when that was? They did not want us in Peony Park. There were no black bus drivers.
Right.
Metro had none, but guess what? Our ancestors, they stood up.
Yeah.
There were no black women drivers. There were no women, period, drivers on it. They stood up. They
Right.
took action. But you are not doing that.
Not at all.
At all. So no, you're right. He said it. No, you're not like the ancestors.
Yep.
Because the ancestors would not be standing for this stuff talking about, oh yeah, you know, like the man won't give me that. No, they took action. They came together.
Right.
Now Chubb's grocery store is getting ready to his clothes. They sold it out. But guess what? They went down there and boycott made Chubb's. They said, hey, if you don't do X, Y, Z, we'll boycott it. You know what? They changed it. Ancestors stood up. Our old pastors, Pastor McNair, Pastor Wade, Pastor Rians, McPherson, those were true pastors that stood up. Now, I'm not trying to tell somebody, a young one here, that they're not a pastor. That's not, I'm not doing that. What I'm saying is, these were the ones that came before us, and they made it where part of our problem, and my generation has to take claim for, is we did not teach this newer generation what it took to get to where you're at, to give you the chance to be able to do that. That's something we have to hold ourselves accountable.
Right.
But once we recognize what we did, we can change it. We don't have to keep going down that path.
Yep. And that's why we call it Tell the Truth Tuesday, because it's also just being honest with yourself. This being honest with yourself. I always ask God what's the common denominator of raising our people, and it's the word, but it's action behind our word. Of course, it's love, but also we got to make sure that we give tough love when it's necessary. And when we speak the truth, it's just tough love, y'all. That's it. So we appreciate everybody. Again, my campaign manager, I got a campaign team that advised me. I ran campaigns before. I ran Mayor Fahey campaign. So I know how to run a campaign, but I do got a team. My man Myron Pierce, he's kind of like my eyes and ears. So he wanted to produce my videos. My man Trip Reynolds, he's my main advisor. He used to run Channel 22. He's the one, Reverend Reynolds. They were like especially Reverend Reynolds, like another father to me. Trip Reynolds, excuse me, is very analytical, and he was there when they did a coup on Channel 22. And so he said,
Ben Gray, remember this, and this, I'm not going to even back down. You took Channel 22 away.
Yeah.
So if there's anything, like I said, I haven't been where I'm supporting one candidate over another, but people, if you set up and you let come back, 12 years he sat there at the city council, and what did he do for the benefit of North Omaha? What did he do for the detriment of North Omaha? And one of the big things was, and I heard out of his own mouth, in 90 days, if you let me, 90 days, I will have Channel 22 shut down. And why did they want Channel 22 shut down? Because Channel 22 gave the people knowledge.
Right now. And so what we did is transfer what Channel 22 did, because I was there, so I know who participated in the shutdown of Channel 22. Right now, there used to be a live format. Now it's a tape format. Channel 22 used to get about 20%, almost 30% ratings every day. So it used to be ABC, CBS, all of them, because they had local dialogue, local programming. And so, so I got Trip Reynolds, and Trip Reynolds he's like a Senator Chambers. He likes to research. He keeps a lot of data. So I feel very confident, and we'll be coming out with information on the contrast between the different candidates. And I'm really a shy guy, you guys. For those that know me, I'm really shy. I'm really shy, for real.
Okay, Pinocchio, let's see that nose keep going.
Maybe because I actually stutter, but so sometimes those tendencies come back, But I'm shy, y'all, so leave me alone, all right? I'm just kidding, y'all. If you want to help out with my campaign, you can go to our website, kingforomaha.com. We're going to be having some more initiatives that we're going to be talking about. But the main thing I really want to start is actually action legislative committees where we can, start reading the legislation that's going to be coming down for the Trump administration. Regardless if I win or lose, we need to have an actionable group that is reading legislation so we can take advantage of this money because it's going to come down. They didn't have all those rich people there for nothing. And there's three type of one type of person. You got the id, ego, super ego. Now all those they on the super ego, and so they feel they've empowered. They can do anything right now. They're gonna be passing legislation, y'all. We need to take advantage of that legislation also. That's all I'm saying. For you guys that are afraid of Trump, shame on you. Ye have little faith. I don't want people around me that won't have no faith. Because you're gonna run when it's time to fight. And for those that think we don't know how to fight, and we fight over here. We know how to fight. I'm from Hilltop. I'm from the projects. Just don't get to it. Now I can't be diplomatic. I am diplomatic. My mama, I'm full probation officer, all that. So I know how to, but I know how to fight too, just in case. I hang out with whooping feet. Terrence Crawford, I hang out with. I know his daddy. And his dad like that. He was a world champion. We whooping feet over here, just in case somebody want to get thorough. We're ready for that also. But see, rest of Omaha, this is how it is. This is how the environment is here. Mm-hmm. You won't hear any other talk hosts in Omaha talk like this because they don't have the connection with the community like we have. They don't have the same ethics. They don't have the same longevity. Yeah. We got friends and family here. I got people that I still go visit at the grave site. My mom was at the National Cemetery by way of my daddy because he was in the Air Force. And so we're gonna be fighting. I know we got some people on there. I see. We was talking about them. Tim Clark's on there. We got some people listening. Got some people listening over there.
Well, you know what they say, don't you?
They say they talking about you.
No, well, that's true too. One person heard it and they hurried up and called and text the other one. Yeah. Hey, they talked about you today. But it says when you tell the truth, people will listen. Yeah, without doubt. And that's why 2022 is so powerful. And that's why when I get the reins back, we're gonna make sure that we bring public access TV back. The way it was supposed to be, the franchise agreement with Cox Cable. We're gonna look at all those things, and then also you guys have the best ideals, so I'm going to be dependent on you. All these senators and representatives, they get ideas from regular citizens, and that's how they form it into a bill. So say we want to do an ordinance, all I need is just a paragraph, and then one of my good contacts said, we just give it to the law office and they make the ordinance for us. So you guys might have some great ideas. All I need is just a paragraph. We'll give it to the law office. They'll draft into an ordinance. But if you don't know that procedure, then how can we take advantage of it? I want you guys a part of the procedure. So that's the things that I'm going to do different. I'm going to be dependent on you to come help me come up with ordinance and statutes because we live in it every day. You're going to have the best solutions. It's going to come from the bottom up, not the top down. And just because I grew up in the projects and I'm 60, so I don't know all the variables of the 50s, the 40s, the 20s, or even the teenagers. Some of their variables and problems. And what we need to do as elders to help those young people to navigate, Earth for real. And so for Kasim, you tell your young candidate, I saw y'all lifting weights. I don't know if you're trying to intimidate people or what, but let's go shoot some free throws, Kasim. Let's do that. I know y'all pushing on weights. It's just a free throw. I like a challenge. You want to play the checkers or what? So chess? But seriously, y'all, I'm loving this campaign. I'm gonna have as much fun. So I'm gonna be putting out funny videos, y'all. But this is my personality. This is what you'll get. Everybody else will be bland and boring. And scripted. No, I'm not controlled by no one. No one's gonna control my narrative. God's gonna control the narrative, y'all. And that's
They calling. They, God's gonna control this narrative, y'all. So 2025, no jive in 2025. I'm stepping on toes. If you don't like me, so what? I'm doing it for God. I'm a mere man marcher. And we got too many of our young people dying. And when they get up there and advocate, I'm a former probation officer. When they get up there and advocate, putting 11-year-olds in jail, man.
They wanted less than that. They wanted to get down to 10 or 9. And we all know, and then that's what irritates me too. These Negroes, what's going on, and you sit up there, oh, well, we quiet. They ain't said nothing. I'm talking about those 19. Since we out here on the truth, and I do have to leave. Before that, though, I want to say thank you very much for this opportunity. I enjoyed it. As I said before, I don't want people, she's going to, no. I talked with him about the city council. We asked questions. I ain't say I support anybody, okay? I still haven't made up my mind. I know there's some, I take that back, because some I definitely know I won't be getting my support.
Right.
But I really do appreciate this opportunity. And I think these things, especially these legislatures, I like reading policy, and they say, if you don't want the black man to know it, put it in a book because he don't read.
Right.
And we got to change that.
Period.
We got to change that. Everything, and our kids and everything use these phones. But hey, if the phone, read it instead of looking at the picture. Read. And I encourage, and we did that with our kids and our grandkids now. Our kids are teaching, read. Read. Read opens up a whole new world if you learn how. And everything that's happened, it's happened before.
Without doubt.
That's how the world is. We just keep doing, the living. But and I hope, again, I want to say, whoever you want to support, get out and vote. Vote. Get out. And if the voting was not important, people, they would not keep I can guarantee you, every session, they're going to try to get another bill in that's going to affect voting. Because that's the way their strategy is. They don't have just a day. They have 5-year and a 10-year strategy plan. They told you about the 2025.
Yep.
They told you. So get out and vote. Right. I would love to see, just to show these so-called folks who know everything, District 2 showed out.
Without doubt. Well, Omaha, the Birds of Blood, Cheryl Weston, oh yeah, she be motivating y'all. Oh, she got me fired up. God is in the building. God is in the building, without doubt. So I'm telling you, no job in 2025. I got the key to Kansas City. So Omaha, if y'all want to reject me, Kansas City gave me the key, baby. I got the key. I got the key to Kansas City, without doubt. We on the airways down in Kansas City also. If you're in the Kansas City area, you can check us out on the radio station down there. We reach 2 million people down in Kansas City. So y'all Negroes up here think y'all can stop something? Man, I helped 7 new radio stations get started. Simple Foundation is one of them.
Right.
Boys Town is one of them. So we're gonna do a national conference. See, they're gonna talk about what they gonna want to do. Man, I've been doing this. Ain't nobody helped 7 other organizations start radio stations. They can't say that. They can't say that they have actually helped another business thrive. They say, no, we want economic development. Have anyone started a business?
Other than for themselves?
None of them have started a business. We have the oldest, longest Black radio station in Nebraska history. We're going to be celebrating 10 years next month. We got Cheryl, Glenn Jones, show me. Girl, it's going to be now. You better be in the building. And so it's going to be some loving going on. Without a doubt. Want you guys to come support, and I didn't get a lot of support either from that. So I'm telling you guys, I'm coming after you. I'm gonna be unapologetic. I'm gonna be at the state of Omaha. I'll probably be there at the Empowerment Network because the Empowerment Network have supported us, and I love the Step Up program that they do. And I'm hoping the mayor give them more money because it's a proven science that if you give our young people opportunities, they're gonna take advantage of it. Crime has gone down during the summertime because of that, but we need to be funded year round. And then also we need to target those that's over 21 because they're the ones that take care of the 13 to 21 year olds in their household. So we got a lot of work to do, but it comes with the territory, y'all. And that's why I'm running. I gotta win. I have to win because I'm tired of all this junk. I'm tired of those taking advantage of us. That $90 million that should have been in North Omaha. Even Senator McKinney and Wayne disagreed with it, but the other House Negroes said we're gonna go with Carter Lake. Carter Lake is not North Omaha. Period. You can't tell me it's Iowa. I don't care if you justify it now. I'm gonna be in front of that tractor, Rooney, Berlin Capitol. If I know that day, it's gonna be another 10 minutes in the square. You're gonna run me over with y'all damn bulldozer. For real. And so that's why I'm running for city council. When I win, the bucks, you got to come through me. Just like you got to come through 95.7 the boss because we got integrity. Everybody tell y'all to come through here. You know why? Because we got integrity. We have loyalty. We have respect. Now I'm only 85% saved, but today I'm about 88% saved. Because Miss Weston gave me 3 more points.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm feeling real good, feeling real thorough for God right now. So y'all can't say nothing to me, devil. Y'all can't say nothing to me. I feel real emboldened. I don't need your friendship. I got God on my hand. My family, my grandsons. Oh man, let me see what. My grandsons. This is what I do. What I do. So they already took over. They already took over the studio. You know what I mean? They already made their mark. So I'm doing it for my grandkids, a legacy, and just like you're doing for your children.
Yeah.
If we don't do something,
Right.
What are we leaving behind to them?
Right.
And so I'm going to fight for mines, and I'm stepping on toes. If you don't like me, that's fine. God gonna make sure other doors open for me. And so this is the kind of leadership you're going to get from me. I'm not a sucker duck. You got to worry about them buying me off. I'm not into the material stuff. That's not motivating me. I like the black woman though. Thank God for the black woman. That's probably my kryptonite night. That's the kryptonite right there, boy. The black woman's a kryptonite, boy. They make you weak. Oh Lord, have mercy. Omaha, the birds of bless. We about to get out of here before I get in trouble. But no, that's my weakness. Is the black woman. So you can't get me. So Omaha, the birds of blessed. Let me. I'm gonna find this song real quick, and this is by a young lady. Her name is Salt. Her daddy is Pastor Sanders, and a lot of people have been suffering alone, suffering in silence. Mm-hmm. We do not want nobody to suffer in silence. Right. If you need some food, Heartland Ministry give food away 6 days a week on 24th and Bennett. Right. Willie Hampton gives away food. We got all these other Omaha Food Bank. 211 is the number you need to call, y'all. Do not suffer in silence, please. This song right here, I'm telling you, you're going through something. Sometimes you got to bring God in the game. Check God in the game. You all day long, and you're just tired. You're wore out. Remember God. Bring God in the game, y'all. Give it to God. That's what I do. 95.7 The Boss. Her name is Salt. Boss with us. Oh, I love this song. Talk to us, Salt. You better bring God in the game. 95.7 The Boss on this Black Friday. Oh, yeah. Cheryl Weston. I want to thank a big shout out to her. Conversation with Miss Weston. You better bring God in the game. I ain't worried about y'all. I got the armor of God on y'all. Boss with us. Talk to us all. cold when the devil took my hand and set free. Told me to shut up, don't say a word, and it's the end.
Thank you.
Oh,
Got another beat.
take a picture real quick. I saw she wrote the rest was history. Grew up in the church.
Oh, here we go.
Somehow first lady just to go home and live in God just my life.
Hey, we appreciate y'all. We're out of here. Thank you very much. We'll be back. I'm bringing Miss Weston back so she can call some more good throw. All right.
Different side of it.
They can't like to have as much more as possible.
So Price is working with you. Byron?
Yeah. Let's see real quick. Take a picture. Yeah, you do like all my social media stuff. I'll send this to you. And then Trip is very analytical.
Is he working with you?
Yeah, you can be my campaign manager. Yeah, so he don't like being that well because.
Well, you like being either, but I don't know where he moved to.
He's not living in Omaha.
No.
I just talked to him on the telephone.
Yeah.
And the reason why I picked him because he does a lot of research, analytical, and I need that contrast, especially when it comes to Ben. And he got all the stats on Ben.
Oh yeah.
So I'll start coming out with stuff, showing a different contrast between the candidates.
Yeah.
But
Well.
But and that was true. But he did participate in Challenge 22 shutdown. I said, man. He did a lot of stuff over that.
Who? I didn't lie.
Yeah, he did.
I heard him when he said 90 days he will have it shut down. And he did. And then he tried to lie when they had to vote for it. He tried to make like a lie because he knew the votes was already there.
Right.
And he voted against. But he already they knew they were going to shut it down.
Right.
And you know why? Because, like I said, you had myself, you, Willie Hamilton,
Chambers, everybody, too much truth.
was telling stuff, and Brown, at that time, he would tell what was going on in downtown and stuff. They didn't want that.
Yeah.
So I don't have no sympathy for him and the people. If we set up and let him get back in, if he couldn't do something right in 12 years, what would make you think? And then what has he done since he left?
No.
Other than sit on the Mecca board. Yeah. I went to the meeting, him sitting here. I was just like, to throw up. I never seen such a sucker. And he didn't be that way. But when he got on the board, when he got down on the council there, he just flipped. Because rub his head, let him have a picture, and go to lunch with Buffett and Susie and all that. You don't buy me. I don't come that cheap.
Yeah, I'm actually coming out of a book on Susie when Corona stole that 200,000. That was a fiscal aid. So they told their story. I haven't told my story. So I'm actually going to come out with a book with probably sometime this year. So I know I'm going to cause a lot of trouble this year.
You know he did.
Yeah, and they get him all kind of love, man. They get beat.
Oh yeah.
I'm tired of that thing.
And him and Brenda Council, she was involved.
But Brenda Council was the one she heard something call it basically threatened me. The radio station, I told a lot of people don't know all kinds of shit I went through at the beginning.
Brenda Council, but she did me like that with the lady. She was UP, they so bought her out. It's our people, we're our own worst enemies.
Yeah, I doubt.
Thanks. Enjoyed it.
I appreciate you. And if you ever want to start your actual whole radio show, let me know. Get some sponsors.
You are necessary. Oh yeah. Omaha, the birds of blood. So we about to get out of here. Thanks for chiming in. Thanks, Cheryl Weston, for coming through and speaking the truth. I know we stepped on some toes this morning, but toes need to be stepped on. I'm a Million Man Marcher. At the Million Man March, I was stepping on many toes because it was 2 million brothers. And every time I stepped on someone's foot, they said, brother, I'm glad you're here to step on my foot. First time I actually felt total love, and it was for God. I'm running with God. I got the armor of God on. Devil flee. I'm not here to make friends this year. I'm not here to make enemies. I'm just here to focus on the issues. And if your issues correspond with mine, great. If they don't, great. We still can compromise in some capacity, but we're not going to let you overseers or you Negroes or whomever you are to steal from our people again, to continue to steal from our people. That's stopping. That's stopping. And I'm in shape for whatever, because some of y'all think, oh, that Negro, yeah, that Negro. So if you want to send someone else that could be compromised, that's a sucker duck, then that's you. But if you send me, you'll get a man, and that man gonna stand up for this community. 95.7 The Boss, without a doubt, baby. We call this day Black Friday, unapologetic. We encourage, we demand those of the Black diaspora to support each other business. 200, 300, 400, 500 years ago, they were selling our ancestors. It's our responsibility to make money off of ourselves today. And we do that by supporting each other in business. We also encourage our neighbors in Christ and Muhammad or David, whoever you follow, to show some love back, because Black people spend money with everybody every day. We just want some reciprocation. Just spend some money with a Black business. Idle Vital, she needs some support right now off of 78th and Cass. Go in there and buy a smoothie, a health smoothie. It's going to add 5 years on your life. So let's be purposeful on this Black Friday. We are unapologetic. My ancestors, my mama picked cotton for y'all for real. I'm unapologetic. It's our responsibility to help each other. We can't continue to blame the white man or whoever for our situation. We got to start doing for self, period. 95% of the boss over here. We boss our destiny, without a doubt. Enjoy your Friday. Oh yeah, hold on a second. Tomorrow, I'm hosting the Bob Marley Bass. So if you guys want to come out and oh yeah, I got a couple of shows started today. 1 o'clock. Today, Miss Atlanta Solutions going to be here at 1 today. Well, she might be here at noon. And then Jay Shannon and Jay Lucas,
Their show come on at 3:00 today, and they talk about spirituality. So if you want to start your own radio show, give us a call. You can start your own radio show. We reach 1 million people. 402-714-6482. 402-714-6482. Give us a call if you want to start your own radio show. We reach 1 million people, without a doubt. Also, bring back the Love Tour. That's next Thursday. Lavelle, rising star out of Kansas City, is going to be performing at the Holland Performance Center, bringing in Rough Ends, Ro James, Karen White, and Dave Hollister. You can get tickets at lavellemusic.com. lavellemusic.com, LEVELLE, music.com, or you can just go to the Holland Performing Arts Center, 12th and Dulles, to get some tickets. Come out and support Porch Group Entertainment. We're going to be partnering with them. Let them know that you heard it here at the Boss. All right. So let's pack it out, y'all. You might just be hearing about it, but spread the gossip. All right. What else is going on? And then we have our anniversary party, March 29th. We've got a slew of our entertainers. So we're going to be giving away some tickets for that also. So stay tuned for that. 95.7 The Boss, man. We appreciate you guys chiming in. So come back around 1 today. We're going to have Miss Lana Solution talking about credit and debt and how you can improve your credit score and decrease your debt. That's coming up at 1 o'clock today. 95.7 The Boss. We out of here. Boss with us.
Karaoke contest. And I get a chance to win $5,000. Where's this at? It's at 3922 Ames Avenue, Omaha, Nebraska. Count me in, baby. Boy, full contact H2.4261745. Hey, yo, we got a brand new show right here on 95.7 The Boss. It's called Elevate with Jay. That is Jay Shannon and Jay Lucas. Every Friday at 3 p.m. Yeah, baby. Omaha, get ready. Porch Group Entertainment presents the Bring Back the Love Tour, starring Lavelle, Ro James, Karen White, Rough Ends, and Dave Hollister. Thursday, February 13th, Holland Performing Arts Center, 100 Douglas Street, Omaha. Starring Ro James, Karen White, Rough Ends, Dave Hollister. Thursday, February 13th, at the Holland Performing Arts Center, starring Lavelle. For tickets, go to lavellemusic.com. Insulate your home and start saving on energy costs with Owens Corning Foamular Insulation. These panels are moisture resistant and rugged enough to be used above and below ground. Plus, these big panels are available in many different sizes and thicknesses to fit any project. Save big on Owens Corning Foamular Insulation. And don't forget to check out our weekly flyer on menards.com for all the great deals happening now. Omaha Community Broadcasting presents The Boss Bash, celebrating 95.7 FM, The Boss 10th anniversary, 1690 AM, The 150th anniversary, and William The Boss King 60th birthday, Saturday, March 29th at TRC. Doors open 6 p.m. Showtime 7 p.m. Featuring national artists, Glenn Jones, Cheryl Weston, and Hardstyle. Performance by Ray Lavender, $60. Available at 95.7FM, TheBoss.com, 1850 Street, Omaha, Nebraska. Contact 402-714-6482.
Create your own FM radio show at 95.7 and reach over 900,000 people.
On streaming on platforms such as radio.net and mytunein.com. 1 hour radio shows are just $150 per show. If you're interested, call William King at 402-714-6482.
Hey, King.
Hey, what's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey.
So, what time your show normally is? Is that 1, right? Or you want?
I was just there like 12-ish, and we just started like at 1. I don't care whatever's gonna work for you on Friday.
Well, probably noon probably be better than get it out the way. Yeah.
Let's get it out the way. Yeah, because I'm here at UNO right now, and I'm not real far.
Okay.
After my meeting, I was just gonna come that way.
Okay, just give me a holler. Well, what time you get through? By like an hour or so?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be close to the 12, I'm sure.
Okay, all right.
But I can text you when I'm
Yeah,
done.
yeah. Text me. I forgot the name of your show, so text me the name of your show so I'll have everything ready.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay.
I think we're in South. I'll text it to you.
Yeah.
We're definitely probably gonna talk taxes today.
Okay, then you're gonna need to make you like a flyer or something so you can promote the show. And it's
I know, and I've been trying to get to it. I've been so busy.
Okay.
I'll try to throw something together
No
this
problem.
weekend
no problem.
because Angela is gonna connect. Not this Friday. I think the last Friday of this month.
Uh-huh.
She has that side hustle, whatever thing going on.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And then I'll lock things in with her and Irene too, so we can get, your payment and everything moving forward as well. So I don't know if you normally invoice or how that works, but we can talk more.
Yeah, we can work
when
about
I
that.
get there.
Okay. All right, mademoiselle. See you in a little bit.
All right, bye.
Omaha Community Broadcasting presents The Boss Bash. Celebrating 95.7 FM, The Boss 10th anniversary, 1690 AM, The One 50th anniversary, and William The Boss King 60th birthday, Saturday, March 29th at TRC. Doors open 6 p.m., showtime 7 p.m. Featuring national artists Glenn Jones. Special performance by Ray Otter. $60 available at 95.7 FMTheBoss.com. 1850 Bennett Street, Omaha, Nebraska. Contact 402-714-6482.
Saving money on Menards' great selection of automotive products. Goodyear Reveal wiper blades have an all-metal frame for added durability. Their blades feature a precision-cut wiping element to ensure your windshield is streak-free. Plus, they're easy to install using a pre-attached universal adapter that fits most vehicles. Yeah, Goodyear wiper blades on sale now through February 9th. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for great deals happening this week.
Create your own podcast that will start a movement. 1 hour podcast costs only $50 per show. If you're interested in launching your own podcast, contact William King at 402-714-6482.
Can I get a chance to win $5,000? $10 one-time sign-up fee every Wednesday. Performance starts at 8 p.m. Doors open at 7 p.m. Drink specials, chicken, fries, dog, and side deals. Where's this at? It's at 3922 Ames Avenue, Omaha, Nebraska. Count me in, baby. Affordable. Contact H2.0 at 402-706-9745. Omaha. Get ready. Watch Group Entertainment presents the Bring Back the Love Tour, starring LaBelle, Rose James, Cheryl Weston, Raphael, and Dave Hollister. Thursday, February 13th, performing arts at 100 Douglas Street, Omaha. Starring Rose James, Thursday, February 13th at the Holland Performing Arts Center. LaBelle. For tickets, go to LaBelleMusic.com. Omaha Community Broadcasting presents The Boss Bash. Celebrating 95.7 FM, The Boss 10th anniversary, 1690 AM for 150th anniversary, and William the Boss King 60th birthday, Saturday, March 29th at TRC. Doors open 6 p.m. Showtime 7 p.m. Featuring national artists Ben Jones, Cheryl, Miss Lady Blues, and our style band. Special performance by Ray Lavender. Tickets $60. Available at 95.7 FM, TheBoss.com. 1850 Emmett Street, Omaha, Nebraska. Contact 427146482.
Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Good. How are you? Oh my God, I'm so busy at work. Lincoln Academy is growing, and I need more interpreters. I'm looking for all languages of interpreters, but especially American Sign Language interpreters. I don't know where to find them. I have a friend. What's the phone number? Okay, I'm gonna give you the phone number. It's 402-237-9251. I have another friend. What is the email? She can email me at Yuridia. It's YURIDIA at lincoacademy.com. Linco is LINCUA academy.com. Yes, it's 402-237-9251. And the email, it's Yuridia at lincoacademy.com. And they pay good money. That's good. Don't worry, we'll guide you. Thank you so much.
It's Southern Soul Sunday on 95.7 The Boss. Tune in every Sunday at 5 p.m. and listen to the best of Southern Soul. 95.7 The Boss.
Do you miss the old days of the Snow and Soul picnic? Disco, platform shoes, and great music on the radio in Omaha?
So I don't need permission.
Tune in Sunday afternoons with Shad B every Sunday from 2 to 4. I play classics from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, from the Fifth Dimension to Dionne Warwick. Plus, I have a few new tracks from some great artists such as Stanley, Breland, and T-Law Vibes. Tune in and spend Sunday afternoons with me, Shad B. 2 to 4 every Sunday. On 95.7. Awesome.
Omaha Community Broadcasting presents The Boss Bash. Celebrating 95.7 FM, The Boss 10th anniversary, 1690 AM for 150th anniversary, and William the Boss King 60th birthday, Saturday, March 29th at TRC. Doors open 6 p.m. Showtime 7 p.m. Featuring national artists Ben Jones, Cheryl, Miss Lady Blues, and our style band. Special performance by Ray Lavender. Tickets $60. 95.7 FM, TheBoss.com. 1850 Emmett Street, Omaha, Nebraska. Contact 427-46482.
Do you live within the Omaha lead site boundary? The City of Omaha will sample and test your home, and if eligible, we will remediate your yard for free. Find out your home sampling and testing status today. Contact 402-731-3045 or omahalead.org.
Omaha Lady.
The Google subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
95.7 The Boss.
Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Good.
Hello, sweet. Missed your phone call.
I'm good. I just talked to my girlfriend and she's crying because she's in a car accident and she doesn't know what to do. Just told her to call the lawyers. I don't know anymore when to call her. 402-345-5759. Yeah, she doesn't speak any English. Doesn't matter. They speak Spanish. What is the number de teléfono? 402-345-5759. 402-345-5759. But she doesn't have any money. Doesn't matter. The consultation is free. She doesn't have a work permit. Doesn't matter. They can help her there. Okay, let's go tell her. We're reading now. Thank you so much. Gracias.
It's 2.0 second round karaoke contest. And I get a chance to win $5,000, $10 one-time sign-up fee every Wednesday. Performance starts at 8 p.m. Doors open at 7 p.m. Drink specials, chicken and fried dog. It's not you. Where's this at? It's at 22 Ames Avenue, Omaha, Nebraska. Count me in, baby. Contact next 402-706-1745. Hey, yo, we got a brand new show right here on 95.7 Boss. It's called Elevate with Jay. Young Jay Shannon and Jay Wilkins every Friday at 3 p.m.
You're Reach Lucas, Supervisor of Operations for the Omaha Public Schools. I will be out of the office until Monday, August 5th. If you need immediate assistance, please contact the Service Center and or Chris Crawford. Chris Crawford.
Oh, they left the bag. They left the basket. They left the basket. I left the car. I ran into your car. Hey, man. Oh, they left the bag. They left the basket. They left the basket. I left the car. I ran into your car. Hey, man. Turn that white truck out there. That's a white truck right there. What the hell was in there again? Damn, they ramen noodles? Oh, man. Damn, they stealing ramen noodles? They did all that stealing just to get some damn ramen noodles. Oh, my God. Ramen noodles. I wanted it. I ain't gonna steal that. Noodles. See what they need to do?